Good morning, traders. How everybody doing? Welcome to J Trades TV, where we discuss all stock-related contents and much more. How's everybody doing? Let me give a shout out to Loliando Trader. Let me give a shout out to OJ Rim. Let me give a shout out to Marty. Marty, I see you in the building. Who else we got? We got Thunder. I also see you too, boss. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and hop into the conference room and start going over the economic and earnings calendars to get the ball rocking and rolling. Do remember, guys, today is Friday. The volumes will seem to change as the market hours go by. And again, I will be here half a day till 12:30, and we're gonna get it rocking and rolling to enjoy the weekend. So let's go ahead and head into the conference room and get the ball rocking and rolling. Let's go. All right, guys. So as far as the dates, I forgot to change my thing. We did have the non-farm payroll that came out today, which led to the market getting a nice little pullback. We also had the employment rate, and we also had the average hourly earnings that came out today. Like I said, had some bad news that caused the market to pull back. Definitely on SPY. You remember, guys, I did tell you what price points did I tell y'all that if we cracked that 537, what we was going down to? Didn't I not say it was going down to 533? And I'm gonna show y'all my proof that I wasn't lying. As far as the earnings today, we all the major earnings out the way. So all we do now is just have like petroleum, gas, of that nature, like not anything major as far as Apple, Amazon, Tesla, but we will be having Nvidia coming up, but that won't be until close to the end of August. So other than that, guys, that's really all we have on the plate. I can bring it up real quick. Let me take these off. Take this earnings off and take this one off as well. So the last but not least, the next thing we will be having J24. What's up, boss? I told people that was gonna pull back around at 533. I told them that, and I'm showing my proof to show them I wasn't lying. Like I said, last but not least, we will be having a video that will be August 28th, so that will be at the end of the month. So we won't be worried about anything until that nature. So all the major companies are out of the way. Pretty much all the earnings for the major companies are done with. So that's pretty much said and done. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and jump into our charts to get the ball rocking and rolling. And I'm gonna show you that proof that I told y'all I was going down to 533 to show y'all I'm not lying. So here we go. Let's go. All right, guys, let me bring up my 180 chart, and you can tell me if I'm lying or not. Tell me if I'm lying. What did I say yesterday? Look at my price. Even though I had it around 533.67, how far did we still come down to? 533. I was still close with that number as far as 533, because I told y'all, I said, looked like we could pull down right into this area where we had this old resistant area here, where we came up, we got rejected, and then we had that breakout, and it was around that 533.67. Even though we got a little dip below that, down to the 533s even. We still came down to 533 as I mentioned yesterday, because you remember I told you I was in that little channel before that breakout. Before we was in that channel 537.36 to 533.67 when we did go back and forth in that channel until that breakout. So here we go, come dipping right back down into that channel 537 and 533. So I told you guys yesterday that we could possibly see 533. So as you can see that, so the next movement is we're gonna be pushing back up, look like back up towards that 537. We can see we're gonna break out of that mark, but there will be resistance that'll be around that 537, 36-ish area. So you still have a little bit of room to still push. As you can see, we did, and then remember I told you yesterday as well, guys, that I told you I wasn't comfortable with. I didn't feel like that trend line bounce was going to be it. You remember I told you it seemed like we'd come down to this one, because you remember I told you that's where that major impact came in from them buyers when we came down to this trend line. When we bounced, we had a double bottom, and we wound up running back on up. So you remember I told you guys that we could possibly see that trend line, in which we did bounce off that trend line. So we're going to definitely keep our eyes peeled to see how far these buyers going to push until we hit resistance and pull back down. But especially from these tops down to this area right here, it kind of seems like a little downtrend setup going this way at this moment. But we're going to see if these buyers can get back up to that 538.87, because remember, that was that pivot point where anytime you was on top of it, you bounce, you bounce, you bounce. So we're going to see if these buyers can pull it back up to that 538.87 like a magnet. So as you notice, anytime we leave from 538.87, we return back to 538.87. So you can see right here clearly, when we on top, you leave from it, you return to it. You leave leave from it, you return to it. But now instead of being on the upside, we're on the downside. So we could be pulling back up to it, get rejected, and get another pull back down. So just keep your eyes peeled around this 538.87 as we do pull back up to that possibly pull back up to that pivot point of 538.87. But instead of on the upside, we'll be seeing it pull back up towards the downside. So keep your eyes peeled on that, guys. Keep your eyes peeled on that. Gert, good morning to you, boss. Good morning, good morning, good morning. But I did tell y'all guys yesterday that we could see a pullback down to that 533. I told you we could possibly see that, and exactly where it fell at, because it fell right back in that channel that I talked about. And if you don't believe me, run back my live from yesterday. You can see I would line on it. I specifically told y'all, and if y'all need me to bring it up to prove myself, I'll show y'all exactly where it was gonna pull back around with 533. I told y'all we could see 533. So right now we've been just steady pulling back, steadily putting back right now. So we have fallen down all the way down to the 533s, now up to the 535s. So we've been losing a lot of traction right now. So we definitely been on a decline on SPY ever since we hit 565, came up to that 540, 554, and then just been fading ever since. So right now we've just been on a basic decline at this moment. So we're going to see on how these bulls are going to hold up on this trend line to see if they're going to get a push back up. But do remember that 538.87 will hold up in some type of strong resistance as we do come up to it. We may get a little break above it, but if we can't hold it, we will see ourselves going right back underneath that 538.87. So keep that in mind. Because right now we're pretty much rotating underneath it now instead of on top of it. Because as I stated, anytime we were on top of it, we bounce, we bounce, we bounce, we bounce. But now that we lost that pivot point and we're underneath it now, it's no longer support but resistance. Now you have to understand that once we get up to it, possible rejection, possible rejection, possible rejection until we get that breakout back above 538.87. So right now we are on a decline. We have been pulling back. Like I said, we are showing a lot of weakness. But keep in mind, and we're gonna keep on watching if these buys can hold this trend line and start to push the play back on up. But also keep in mind, you got resistance here at this trend line. You got resistance here at that trend line, and you also have that 538.87. So you have a lot of overhead resistance that we're gonna have to overcome to get us back up to the upside, to the 540s and so forth. Right now we're underneath 540. We got to pay close attention to everything underneath it, from the 538s, 536s, even as close to the 532s as possible. So you got to keep your eyes peeled. The fact is we underneath 540. We got to pay attention to everything underneath them, the price point. So keep your eyes peeled on that, guys. So right now we are definitely on a massive decline right now. And the 50 has pulled back down for possible, 9 EMA and 20 EMA crossover. Kind of like here when we get that 50 pull back on down, and we have those indicators crossing right back above it, and we go on that nice little run. So we have pulled down as far as the 50. So the thing is, will we see that crossover today, or we'll get that crossover next week? So only time will tell, and it's up to these buys and what these buys are going to do, guys. So we don't know exactly what's going to happen. All we know right now, we're still on the decline. We know the market is still bearish. We know that the puts, the bears still have it. We're still getting pulled back down. Right now, we're still trying to battle to hold up around the 535 with room to still fall back down to the 533s. So right now, we are in that channel, the old channel that we were in on that 180 chart. We're back in that same specific channel that I talked about, guys. So right here, we are back in this channel here. We are back in this particular channel right about here. Light it up, that one, and here. So 537 and 533, we are still back in that same channel. But we have to ask ourselves, will we get a move back on up? Or now, since we have transitioned over from bullish to bearishness, will that now benefit the bears on down? When we see it, we'll start to see a downtrend instead of an uptrend. So we'll see what these buys are going to do as far as Friday. Will they hold and get the bounce back on up? Or will we get declined and start to still reverse back on down? So let's keep our eyes peeled on that to see what we get today, guys. So right now, again, the market has been very, very, very bearish. And right now, I just don't see no push of these buys right now. Because, I mean, the fear in the market is at 33. And, again, we've just been pulling back ever since. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled to see, can we still hold this 33 level for the possible pushback on up. And if we do lose 533, we will be seeing lower levels to even possibly down to the 530s. So let's take a look at the max pain today. What is the max pain today as far as SPY? Max pain today, guys, will be, let's take a look. Max pain today, as far as SPY on the second, will be five. It shows 548, so which we already hit and fail. We have over 579 out of the money puts versus 263 out of the money calls. So we have way more puts than we have calls as far as contracts expiring today. So let's keep our eyes peeled on that and see where we go. Is that T Money? T Money, good morning, boss. Good to see you in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you. So definitely keeping our eyes peeled. So 548, which we already hit. That was max pain already. So let's see. Can we get that again? Can we get this possible bounce from these buyers and push back on up? But again, do keep in mind you have resistance at this trend line that's lining up right with that 537.50. You do have another resistance line, which is the strongest resistance line, which is around that 540 to 538.87. So again, we have a lot of overhead resistance, guys. It's going to be up to these buyers to get that push to reclaim these areas where we can break back above these key levels. Or again, will we see some continuation downside? Right now, it just looks like a continuation downtrend because we are losing prices and we're losing them dramatically at this moment. So again, if we lose 533, do expect that we could be seeing 530. So just let you know now ahead of time. And the way this is looking and the way this is setting up, we could be seeing a further decline if these bulls cannot hold these key levels right at this 533 level. If you lose 533, you will see 532, you will see 531, all the way on down to the 530s and possibly even lower. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Well, we will lose this trend line and fall back down to this trend line. And that'll be around the 527.50-ish area. So keep your eyes peeled on that. So right now, this still looks bearish. I mean, I just still don't see a call opportunity just yet. I still don't see no bullish signal, screaming out for a reversal just yet. Everything is still declining. So right now, everything is still not looking good. Right now, guys, we have about almost 15 seconds left until the markets opens. So we have about coming in at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Market is about to be opening, guys. Game time. Make sure you have your trading plan ahead of time. And do remember, today is Friday. The volume will be a little bit more trickier versus Monday through Thursday. Because Friday, you got to understand, we already had traders that made profits between Monday through Thursday who's probably not even trading today, who probably made a good amount of money to the point that don't even need to trade today. So the volume may be a little bit different today, and you already know how the volume likes to transition on Fridays. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that to see where we go today. And do keep in mind, just don't gamble. Just be very cautious on today, because we have to think about Friday a little bit differently than we do any other days. Because Friday is the last trading day of the week. People, are leaving from the market to enjoy the weekend. So just keep your eyes peeled to see where we go today. Just have a trading plan. Make sure you're good to go, guys. Make sure you're good to go. So right now we are desperately trying to hold back above that 535.50, trying to get back above that key level to push back on up toward the upside. Do keep in mind you do have some overhead resistance right above your head that's coming up soon. We still have these areas where these bears came in aggressively, and the main area is that 538.87. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. So we do push. Do keep in mind we still have this huge brick wall that's right in your face. Because you can see right here, we tried to push up to that 538.87 this morning during pre-market. Bears came in aggressive and started to pull right back on down. So definitely keep your eyes peeled on that. We do still have some weakness. We still have weakness, guys. Market is still weak, and here you go, pulling back right now. Market is still weak. Keep your eyes peeled on that. See where we go from here. So right now, market is still looking weak, still pulling back. So again, be very, very cautious. Be very, very careful. Let's see where these lows at as far as pre-market today. We do have this little area here where these buyers held. That is around, what is this? It is around 533.32. So let me utilize that for right now. So let me see what. Also, where did I get these prices at? 533.40 in them. Where do these come from? Because right now you can definitely see 538.87 is definitely a major resistance above our heads. Let me change that to red right now, because that's going to be the main resistance, because we back underneath that key level that held us up for quite a while. Now we underneath it. So yeah, that's going to be major resistance for sure. So right now we are definitely pulling back. We're underneath the open. Open today is at 535.75. So if we want to get back above that open, we have to get back above 535.75. But the major area and the major focus point is going to be 538.87. That's your pivot point. So remember, right here, 538.87 is your major pivot point. So if we do so happen to push back up to that area, remember, guys, that's going to be strong resistance, because you can see here, we hit, we fall, we hit, we fall, we hit, we fall. That's going to be a strong brick wall until we get back above that key level. So keep in mind, 538.87 is going to be your major resistance. That's going to be your pivot point. So keep that in mind. So let me see, what was this one here? When we bounced that? See how many times we held that key level. I'm sitting on my hands to let them settle down. Yeah. And that's what we have to do, Marty. That's the best thing to do. You know, I mean, let it get down to these price points. But again, we just have to see that these buyers are gonna hold certain key levels. They have to prove to us that, you know, that they're holding certain key levels for the pushback on up. Kind of like here, where we came down, we bounced, came right back down to that same point. And showed that these buyers were holding this key level, which led to a double bottom, and then you went on that move on up. Plus, you had that indicated crossover when you had the 9 and the 20 crossing over that 50, and we went on that nice little run back up towards the upside. When your indicators, everything was in the right position. But now, once again, the indicators have reversed. We have the 50 at the top, we have the 20 in the middle as always, but now we have the 9 underneath, which the main leader is showing the main weakness. It's showing that it's less valuable. So as you can see, here we go pulling back down again. So let's see, as we do pull back, can the buyers hold this key level, or will we crack this key level and go down to even lower levels? So let's see. This area here, can these buyers hold this key level as we pull back down to these lows? So let's see, right here, this bouncing area, can these buyers hold? So let me move this one up. I'm gonna just utilize this one right quick. I don't know, where did I get the 3140 from? I'm gonna have to figure that out, where I got that from. So let's see, as we pull back to this key level, let's see, can these buyers hold? As these bears are trying to take them out, can the bulls hold, or will we not have enough buying strength and these bears just start to pummel them all the way back down? And again, if we lose certain key levels, especially around the 533, guys, we can see 532, 531, even down to 530. So that means that we are definitely still showing major weakness. So let's just see. Appreciate you, Marty. Yeah, we have factory orders coming out at 10 o'clock too. Yeah, thank you so much, boss. Appreciate you. So right now, as we are pulling back to this area, right now, this is still being held by the bulls. Being held by the bulls. So the bears have not taken this area out yet. So as long as we can hold this key level, this is still a floor, and we can still look at this from a channel standpoint because we have a bottom and we have our tops. So let's just keep it on watch to see where we go from here. Because right now, you're definitely still pulling back. So keep it on watch. Let's see where we go. Can these bulls hold these key areas as these bears are coming for their territory? So let's keep this on watch. So what was the open? 533.32, not 22, 32. So that was the area where we opened at. So that was 32. A little bit up. There we go. So that'll be your bottom. See, we got this bottom bounce. And we know where the tops is at. That's going to be that major key area, which is around 538.87. So now we are rotating from the tops down to the bottom. So let's see if these bottoms is going to hold. Let's just see, can these bulls survive this pullback? If they can survive this pullback, we can get that possible pushback on up. But if they can't, and these bears take that out, we will see some lower prices of 532, 531 to even 530. So definitely keep that on watch. Charlie Queen, I see you, Queen. I see you. Good morning to you. Good morning. Taking 500 and walking away. Shout out to the Queen. Always killing it as usual. Shout out to you. So keep that on watch, guys. As we pull back, let's keep it on watch. Where's my? Oh, okay. I'm looking at the wrong contracts. Oops. Looking at the wrong one the whole time. All right, cool. I see it. Let me push my. All right, back down to here. All right, cool. Nah, it looks better. I can easily read it better. Okay, let's see. So as we do push on up, let me see. I'm looking at my volumes on my charts. I see 15. Let me see how these look real quick. Yellow. Right now, guys, I'm just checking out my contracts. I'm just checking. I'm looking at both, looking at calls and puts. So I'm just making sure I got everything lined up right to see what side of momentum we're gonna be on for today. So that's all I'm doing for right now. So right now, getting a little push, but we still have a lot of overhead resistance, guys. You can see right here where the bears came in. You can see right here the major area where the bears came in, which is around at 538.87. So we still know we have a lot of overhead resistance. So not on this key mark, you still got the open that you're still underneath. You still have that 538.87 that you're underneath. So you have a lot of major overhead resistance over your head, which again, we're going to have a lot of buying momentum to give us that push to break through all of these key areas that will be holding you down for a possible continuation downtrend. So keep your eyes peeled on that. 500 sitting on my hand. Shout out to you, Mike. Money Mike, I see you in the building, boss. Good morning to you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning to everybody, man. Good morning to all my Twitch family. Good morning to my YouTube family. Good morning to my Tradecaster family. Do keep in mind today is Friday. Be very, very careful because we have to have a different mindset when it comes to Fridays versus Monday through Thursday. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's a little different on Fridays. Remember, the volume will transition as we get closer and closer towards lunch hours because people are leaving out of the market to go enjoy their weekend. So you have to keep that in mind because the more and more you hold out on a Friday, the more you're putting yourself in more of a gambling position. So again, you remember how we always talk about it. Monday sets the tone, Friday sets the standards. So let's see on how Friday is going to set the standard going in for next week. So let's see where we end today Friday to see where Monday needs to pick up. So where we're going to end today, let's keep this on watch. Let's keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Right now, we can see the buyers are trying to get back above the open. Again, if we do get that push, do remember the main key area is that 538.87. That's going to be your major resistance. That's right here, this white line. That's that major pivot point. So keep in mind. So we are bouncing off of that trend line, running up to this trend line. So keep in mind, we do have a lot of overhead resistance as we go up. So this is going to be major resistance right here, because that's going to be around the 537.50. So we need to break that 537.50, and the major thing is we need to get back above 538.87 to put us back on this bullish side of the fence. Other than that, if you stay underneath that, you're on the bearish side of the fence because that is holding up as a huge brick wall. That is kind of like your border that divides you between bulls and bears. So keep that in mind. That's going to be your major border right here, 538.87. So let's see where we go, guys. Can the bulls move in and give us that push that we need to back on up? But as we do get back up closer towards that 538.87, we need to get that push. As you can see, as I told y'all, it's like a magnet where you start to pull slowly back up to that pivot point, slowly trying to get that push back up to that pivot point around 538.87. So let's see, can we get that push back on up towards this area, but can we get the breakout? I feel like a meme play is gonna rock it here for no reason. LOL, just a feeling, no logic. I mean, like I said, because normally you do get these squeezes. I mean, normally you get these buys to come in, and we'll normally get some type of squeeze. But again, regardless to the squeeze that we get, is the fact of holding the positions. So even though we're getting a push, you can get a push all you want to. It's all about holding those key areas, Money Mike. It's like you can push up all you want to, but if you're not holding it, you're coming back on down, pretty much. So we have to see the strength of the buyers because they have to hold certain key levels to prove to us that even if we do get a pullback, they can still go against these bears. So right now we are getting that pullback up. Getting that pull back up to that area that I was talking about, guys. So remember, before we get to 538 period, we have to cross over 537.50 because that's going to be right here, that trend line. So we have to break above that trend line, which is around at 537.50. We cross that key area, then we can focus on getting that push to 538.87 to see if these bulls can come in aggressive. But right now, all we're doing is moving from one trend line to the next trend line. As you can see, we're in this little mini channel between these two yellow trend lines. We bounced off this bottom one, but you still got this resistance right here at the top, which is lining up right with the 537.50. And you can see right here, around that same key area is where the bears came in at. So if you go to this 30-minute time frame, you can clearly see you're going right back up to where that big red candle is. But you have to, again, we have to engulf that red candle to show that the bulls are in control. So you have to take out this candle here where these bears came in at. You can clearly see. So we have to overtake that one. We have to engulf it, pretty much. Get back on top of that trend line for that push back on up towards that 538.87. So right now, as we pulling back on up, we have to take this candle out. Because this is where your bears came in at, right here. What was your open? Your open was around 537.63. So we need to take that out, take this candle out, and move up to the next level. So let's see, can the bulls take out that 537.63? Can they take out this candle here to get that possible push back on up to the 538.87? Let's see. Do they have enough strength to take out this candle alone? So let's see. Can the buyers take out the 537.63 first? Because right here, you can see where these bears came in at. You can see this nice, massive candle right here. So what the bulls we need to do is engulf that candle to show that they're taking that territory back. Apple, yeah, I'm watching Apple. Boss. Apple is definitely still pushing back on up. As far as Apple, we need to get back above that. We need to get back above 525. We definitely need to get back above 525 because we want to cross that $50 mark, because the goal is Marty. The goal for Apple is to get back up to 230. 230. So we need to cross that 225 mark. Turn that 225 mark back into support, where we get that continuation push back on up to 230. So as SPY's still trying to get that push, guys, let's go back to Apple real quick and let's take a look at it to see on where we at right now at this moment. Let's go back. Right now, you will be hitting resistance on this channel setup that I do have here. And you can see right here, Marty, where you hitting that resistance right here. Look, you see it, Marty? Where you get this little bounce and you hitting that resistance. You can see every time you hit that resistance, pull back. Resistance, pull back. Now, you did break above it, but then you fell underneath it. So you got to remember, it could have the same effect as when you're underneath it. When you run up to it, you get a pullback. Run up to it, get a pullback. Run up to it, get a pullback. But let's see. Can we get that push, or will we hit and get a pullback like we've been done before? Here and here and here. So let's see. Can you get that breakout and that push above that key level of that trend line and hold? So let's see. Can we get that push above that trend line and actually hold on top of this trend line to get that push back on up towards the upside? If not, you will hit that trend line and get a possible reversal right back on down, because the fact is you're underneath it and that hold up as strong resistance. So let's see, as we do go on up, can we break out without getting a reverse back on down? So keep your eyes peeled on that, Marty. But you see the setup, Marty, how I have it set up as far as the trend line goes, as far as this channel goes? See how you reversed? You rotated back on up towards the upside. You broke above that trend line, but then you fell right back underneath it. So let's see, can we break out? Can we break above that trend line and actually continue on up towards the upside? So let's just keep that on watch, because you are hitting some strong resistance. We are pushing. So let's see, can we get that breakout? Can we cross back over that trend line and turn it back into support where we could continue this way? So let's just keep that on watch to see, can we get it? Because right now it's pushing back up. Like I said, the main thing we need to get back above is 525. Right now we're at 523.92. Now we have 524, but we need to cross 525 and hold. We may push it, but we need to break and hold above it. So let's see, can we break and hold above 525? Because that'll put us in the $50 mark. That'll put us in the higher portion of the 520s. I'm sorry, 220s. And if we can hold that 525, then we can focus on 520. Why I keep saying 5? Damn, it's 5. 225. Then we can focus on 226, 227, all the way up to 230, where we can focus back on here. We can focus back on these price points. But we need to cross over 225 to focus on the higher price points. So let's see, can we get that 225 breakout and hold? We got about 15 minutes. So let's see what this candle is going to do. Can this candle break above 225, close above 225, creating some type of support as the next candle comes in? So let's see. Right now, we're about 70 cents away. We're not getting a little bit of resistance. So we haven't broken above that 225 yet. We haven't broken above it yet. So we still got 15 minutes to see what these buyers can do within 15 minutes. So right now, you're still getting weak underneath this line here. Still getting weak. So still no go yet. Do I got a 30-minute time frame in this bad boy? Let me see. Yeah, I do got 30 minutes. Let me see. So 525 for sure. We're gonna have to get back above that key level. 525, right above. I don't know why they don't show the price. Oh, yeah, but I do see it now. Gotta stretch it like crazy to get the dang line. So let me make a duplicate copy. So we definitely gotta cross 525. All right, 525. This is one of the main key areas on Apple that needs to be broken and stay above. You can see right here, 525, strong resistance, get rejected, get a nice pullback on down. So we definitely gotta cross over to, I keep saying 525, 225. Damn, man, SPY just got me twisted. SPY got me twisted right now. So 225. So we definitely got to break back above, because you can see anytime you hit that key level, 225, you get rejected. So we know the bears are guarding that 225 mark. They are stopping the bulls from crossing over. So that'll be the area, that'll be the challenge that needs to be broken on as far as Apple. for sure. Let's see. Because you're above 222, that's good. You need to get back above 224. But that push to 225 up to 226. So right now, 224, you need to stay on top of that to get to retest 225. So right now, for sure, you need to get back above 224, which is showing weakness. You can't even hold that. I mean, right now, those bears are not even allowing the bulls to even get back above 224, let alone trying to get back up to 225. So that's gonna show weakness when you start to get pulled back underneath even 224 itself. So let's see. Matter of fact, if I do take my eyes off on it, because again, till my long trigger's off, that's gonna be the area that needs to break out. 225 is gonna be the major area we need to get back above. All right, so let me go ahead and set my alert here, just in case I take my eyes off of Apple. Let's make 2 of them, because we got to get back above 224 for sure. We got to get back above that key level to let us know that we moving in the right direction. So right now, that's going to be our challenges to get back above those 2 key price points. Yeah, so that's going to be our 2 key price points, 224 and 225. So right until we can cross that over, there ain't nothing to worry about at this moment. Can we hold above 222 for sure? Let's try to see if we can hold in this little channel. Let's see. What is this? 221 back at this area. But the main focus, we have to get back above 224 to get to 225 on Apple. I mean, we're trying to get that push. We're trying to. We got about 11 minutes. Got 11 minutes. Can these bulls within 11 minutes can get back above 224? If not, that's going to hold up as resistance. But this is going to continue on down, because that's going to be considered another strong resistance is 224, because you can't even break above it. You hit it, you come back on down. You hit it. Right now, you can see right now where those bears are sitting at, because you can see that selling pressure trying to keep you underneath 224. So that's going to be a major resistance besides 225, which is a natural resistance. The resistance today for us, Apple is going to be 224, 225. Those are going to be your 2 major areas. And as I stated, you got to see right here across the board that needs to cross, because if we can cross 225, that's going to put you above that trend line and turn this into support where we could continue on up. Other than that, you're going to hit and come back on down as we did before in the past. We hit, we fall. We hit, we fall, because you're right back underneath that trend line. So we have to get above it. So in order for us to get above it, you're going to have to get back above 225. So other than that, that's going to be the main focus. But I don't see anything else until we get back above that key level. All right, let's go back to SPY. What we looking like on SPY? SPY's definitely pulling back. Let me see. So we got to get back above these keys. Let me see. Where we at right now? Trying to hold above the open. Can these buys get that push and break above 238.87? That's going to be the main challenge for SPY. SPY, those buys need to reclaim 538.87. If not, just going to continue. You're going to get a continuation downtrend on down. Indicators still have not crossed over. Everything still looks bearish. Your indicators looks bearish because your 50 is still at the top, your 20 is in the middle, your 9 is at the bottom. It's reversed. So that's still showing signs of weakness. So we have not got an indicator crossover yet. So that's going to be resistance. That's going to be resistance. That's going to be resistance. This is going to be resistance. This is going to be resistance. This is going to be resistance. So you have a lot of overhead resistance. Put it like that. you have a lot of overhead resistance that these bulls going to have to cross, because you're going to have to get back over on the 9. You're going to have to get back over on the 20. You're going to have to get back over on the 50. You're going to have to get back above this trend line. You're going to have to get back above 538.87. You're going to have to get back above this red trend line, which is damn near about to line up with that 50. That's going to be major resistance. So you got a long ways to go. So right now, I mean, it's weak. It's definitely weak. The market is weak. I mean, because it looks like you got so many resistance above your head. I mean, including the open. And look at that. You can't even hold above the open at the moment. The open is holding up as resistance. So that's going to be resistance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you don't get back above it, and then you lose that trend line, that's going to be another major resistance. So, I mean, look at all the major resistance you have above your head on SPY alone. Again, you got 1, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4, you have 5, you have 6, you have 7 at the moment. Again, if you don't get back above that open, that's going to be 7. And then if you lose that VWAP, that's going to be 8. So, again, we have to hold these certain key levels, because, again, you're just going to keep going. You're going to keep declining over and over and over and over and over. It's going to just keep declining, guys. because you have a lot of overhead resistance we're going to have to conquer. A lot. As far as Apple just have to get back above 224. Still got 8 minutes to see what's going to happen with Apple. Can we get that push back above 224 up to 225? And again, if we can cross that back over on that note, that can put us back on top of that, possibly on top of that trend line. Other than that, the trend line is going to hold up as resistance, but we're going to see a further pull back down, as you see right here on SPY. SPY can't even hold above the open. Open is holding up as resistance. So, and then you get to pull back underneath the VWAP. So now the only other areas way back down here where it's going to retest these bottoms, because you're getting weaker and weaker. You have no support. You have no floor. You have nothing to hold you up at the moment. You have nothing to hold you up at this moment. So that means that you're going to 9 times out of 10 pull back down to these lows. So let's see, because you lost the open. So it's 224. Apple's 224. So let's see. Can you break above it and hold it? Is the question. Yes, you touching it. Yes, you testing it. But can you break above 224 and hold it as that candle closes out within 7 minutes? Because we want to see it hit and then fall. You see another low upper shadow. Because right now you can clearly see an upper shadow where the selling pressure is around 224. So let's see. Can the buyers hold above 224 and close it as this candle closes out within 7 minutes? So that's the focus. It has to hold it. I don't care about it touching it. That's cool, fine, and dandy. It's about holding those gains. It's about holding the gains. Can you hold the gains without losing it? Because you can see what happened last time. You ran all the way up to 224, and look what happened. You lost all your gains all the way down to damn near 220. So let's see what's going to happen here. Here you go pushing again. Can you hold your gains without losing your gains? So right now we are pushing at 224.19. There you go. So there you go pushing. But they have to hold it. They have to hold it. Because if not, you're going to go right back underneath 224, and that's going to be resistance all over again. So let's see. Right now 224 is holding. You got about 6 minutes until this candle closes out. Getting weak. Got to hold 224. If not, you're going to go right back underneath it. It's going to be another upper shadow. 224. Another upper shadow if you don't hold above it. There you go, getting weak. Let's see. I'm keeping on watch, guys. We already know Amazon is still falling. Apple just needs to hold above 224 to turn this into support where you can get that push on up to 225. So right now, struggling with 224 right now. Let's see. Got about 5 minutes left, guys. Five minutes left. 5 minutes left. Let's see. Can they hold it? There you go. Back underneath 224. Back underneath 224. Gotta hold it. They have to hold it. Have to hold this key level. Gotta close that candle on top, not underneath, because you close it underneath. Once that next candle comes in, you're going right into resistance automatically. There you go. See that selling pressure coming in? Selling pressure pushing you. Selling pressure is pushing you. Selling pressure is pushing, guys. Same thing with SPY. SPY, it's a lot of resistance, a lot of weakness. So we could be seeing ourselves right back down to these lows again. And look at that. Apple can't even hold above 224. And you got about 5 minutes, almost, well, 4 minutes now. And still have not gotten that push and hold above it. So 224, we know for sure is weakness. I mean, as far as strong resistance. So you clearly see that. These bears are pushing you right back on down underneath it. They are not allowing you to take over that territory. So we know where the bears are sitting at, around this 224-ish level. So that's a no-go on Apple at the moment. So you're definitely showing some weakness. Here go another long upper shadow. Here go another upper shadow. So as we pull them back, those bears are trying to get you back underneath 222. So from 224, they're trying to pull you all the way back down to 222. Because that's going to be a $2 drop. So let's see. Because right now you got 4 minutes, and look at that selling pressure coming in. Look at that selling pressure coming in, trying to pull you back, push you back underneath 222. So not only did you lose to 224, those bears are trying to take you out at 222. So look where we at. How we went. Look how fast too. From 224 all the way back down to 222. That fast. So let's see. Right now 222 is gonna be the area that the bulls need to hold. You lose that, you're going right back on down. You're going right back on down. It's gonna lead to weakness because as the next candle comes in, and when you lose 222, the next candle that comes in, you're gonna go right into resistance at 222. And you see right now, look what's happening in the SPY. So I told you, that's a further pull back down, guys. Further pull back down. We're going to go back down to those lows, as I mentioned. pulling right back down to these lows. We got left 3 minutes left, and right now bulls are trying to hold on for dear life at 222. They lose 222. It's gonna be another long of a shadow, not only at 224, but now underneath 222. And as I stated, Marty, as I told you on Apple, the possibility on why we're gonna probably see a pullback was because you are hitting that resistance line that cannot be broken, which is leading to a nice rejection for a pullback down. So definitely keep that in mind. So and then you still you overextended off of that 13 EMA. Your 13 EMA is all the way down to 210. So again, if you don't hold, you will fall back down to that, possibly to this 13 EMA on this 5-year chart, where that's all the way back down to 210. So if these bulls don't hold 222 and get back up to 224, again, these bears are gonna take advantage of it, where they're gonna start pulling you back down. Right now, they're still trying to hold above 222. That's good. So you got 2 minutes until this candle closes out. At least you got a floor somewhere, which is around 222. So that's still good. Now the next area that they need to take out is 224. And you got about 2 minutes until this candle closes out. If this candle closes out underneath 224, that's going to be resistance, which is thus putting you in somewhat of a channel, 224 to 222. How much down can it go? SPY. Let's see. SPY. Again, if we crack that if we crack 533, you're going down to 530. I can tell you that right now. I'm about to jump into it and check it out, Jenna. I just want to see if can Apple hold above 222. We got about 40 seconds left. 40 seconds. I just want to see can the bulls get back above 224, or will we remain under 224? So that's what I'm just checking out for. I just want to see, can they hold, or will we stay underneath 224? Because that's gonna be that's gonna be a brick wall, 224, because they can't get above it. Because right now, look at all the selling pressure that's trying to keep you underneath it. We have about 20 seconds left, guys. 20 seconds left. 20 seconds. And we do have data coming out too at 10 o'clock. And thank you for reminding me. Factory orders at 10 o'clock. In about 10 seconds, guys. So let's see what happens. Let's see what's about to happen. In about 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Next candle, 224 resistance. Let's see what's going to happen. The fact is, this candle closed underneath it. You're going right into major resistance with a new candle. So that's automatically you're gonna. If we don't hit again, break above 224, you're gonna pull back. As far as SPY, let's take a look at SPY real quick. I do apologize. Let me go back. I'm going back and forth. So right now we back at these lows again. Yep, you're still pulling back because now you're about to be losing 534. Back on down to 533. About to be retesting this area of this bounce. That's around this 533, 32-ish mark. So let's keep it on watch. You lose 533, you're going back down to 532, to 531, and even possibly 530. So let's see, can these bulls hold their territory? Can they hold this key level for the possible move back on up? Or will the bears take them out and we see some more pullback? We see 532, 531, 530. So right now, they're trying to hold this floor. Bulls are definitely trying to hold this floor. Can they put the bears in a position of a pullback failure is the question. Can they put them in a position for a pullback failure? To where when the bears do pull back, bulls will hold this level to the push back on up. So right now, they're holding this level. So again, if we look at it from a channel standpoint, we know where the bottoms are because we see where the bounces occurred at. It's around that 533, 32 because we see where the bodies of the candles have held. As of now, we know where the tops are at, which is around 538, 87, which is your pivot point. So right now we know that we are in a channel of 538 to 533. So we are in somewhat of this $5 channel. So let's see where we go from here. Because we are around the lows. Can the bulls survive this pullback? Therefore, can they reverse the playback on up towards the upside? Try to create somewhat of an uptrend. Try to create somewhat of an uptrend before we get a continuation pullback. You know, because right now, I mean, your 50 is moving down. But it's still not set up for. See, and see, that's the thing that's making me think we could see another red day. Only because, and the reason why I say that is because the 50 is still way up here, while the 90 MA and the 20 is way down here. So it's like it's not set up yet for that possible crossover. It seemed like, in the way that it looked like it may occur, the crossover. The way this is looking, it looked like we may not even see the crossover until either after hours or pre-market going into next week. The way this is looking, because it looked like this is gonna pull down even more this way, lower, 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 and that's gonna be between after hours and pre-market, and then we'll see the crossover. That's kind of like the same thing it did before, when we didn't see the crossover until right here, after hours, pre-market, and then you went on that run. So it seemed like it's almost doing the same thing, because look how far away that 50 is from these indicators, from the 9 and the 20. I mean, they're nowhere like near each other. So it look like it's still falling, falling, falling. Like it's still we're gonna still see some downside, or even be in a channel until going into next week. Which that would make sense, because if you think about it, you remember the channel that we talked about, which is the 537 to 533. So I mean, again, look how far away that this 50 is from your other indicators. So it's not even close enough for the 9 and the 20 to even curl, to even create a crossover. Not right now. Look how far spread out they are. Your 50 is way up here, and your 9 and your 20, and your 9 and your 20 are way down here. It's like it's not even close to even crossing over. It's like, to me, I'm just still thinking it's gonna pull back, probably throughout the rest of the freaking day. And then as far as after hours and pre-market goes up next week, then you're gonna probably possibly get the cross back over to the upside. But right now, to me, it just looks like it's still gonna downtrend, like it's still gonna fall. Like we're gonna lose the 534, down to 533, down to 532, even possibly 530s. So we still may get a continuation pullback. So the way that this is looking like and the way this is setting up, we may still get a continuation pullback on the downside. I'm just gonna be honest. In other words, you're gonna lose that trend line and fall back this way. Cause that's what it looked like it's setting up, as far from what I see. Because again, your 50 is all the way over here, and your 9 and your 20 is all the way here. So it's not even setting up for a crossover right now. Unless the only way that we can get a crossover is if the bulls come in aggressive and get a pushback that way to where your indicator is going to curl up. But right now, you're underneath the 9, you're underneath the 20, you're underneath the 50, you're underneath the VWAP. You're about to crack this trend line that's leading to more weakness. So it just looked like a continuation downtrend going this way, where we could see 530 back to 533, down to 532, even down to 530, where we could see way more downside coming. And that's what it looked like it's setting up to do, where we're about to crack that 530, 534. You can already see it, 533, where we can look like we still get a further pullback down. So that's the way it's looking like it's setting up, that we're getting some more pullback coming. And as you go, boom, see? So can't make this up. There you go. See what I mean? You can read this. It's easy to read it. You can easily read this on what it's doing, on how it's setting up. That's why I'm saying I don't think it's gonna be a pushback up towards the upside probably until next week. I think so. Cause the way this is setting up, it's still got a lot of pulling back to do. We still gonna pull back, cause like I told you, we're gonna see the 532s, 531s, to even possibly the 530s. So it's still pulling back. It's still pulling back. I can just look at this setup and just see what it's doing. Because again, look where your 50 is at. The 50 is all the way down up here, and your 9 and your 20s are all the way down here. It's like they're nowhere near close to each other to even do a crossover. So which means that you're gonna lead to more downside. So this is gonna continuously push. Pull. I told y'all we're gonna probably see 532. Watch. Tell me I'm lying. By the time I set it up, we're gonna probably hit it. But tell me I'm lying. I told you. I wouldn't lie to you guys. Look at this. I'm only going to help y'all go in the right direction so y'all don't guess always, especially on a Friday. You can just see this. Clearly see this. Watch. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. $532. $530. Another one I was going to call out, mother alert, that we could possibly see. $530. Below. Watch. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I didn't call this out. Watch. Let me see if we're going to hit it. Because we be bouncing off on it. Let me see. Let me see if we're gonna break below 532. That's one. That's alert one. We hit it. Alert one. What I told y'all. I told y'all I wouldn't lie to you guys, man. Come on now. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I can read this off top on what it's gonna do. I'm just so used to reading this crap now. You just know what the market is about to do. The way everything is setting up, I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't surprise me if we come all the way back down this way, and that's gonna be around in the 520s. 520s. I told y'all we have, and the reason why I stated that, because I told y'all, look how much resistance we got. Dude, we got the 50, we got the 9, we got your major pivot point, and I told you I was gonna lead the more downside. Now you see what I'm talking about. We're gonna see 530. I guarantee we're gonna see 530. We're gonna see 530 probably all the way down to the 520s. I agree with you, engineer. I think 528.50 as well. I think so too. I mean, I think it's gonna be a test. I think we're gonna hit that 528.50, get a little bounce, and then I still think it's gonna fall even further down. I think that's going to be like your little bouncing area for that, you know, how we do a two-legged pullback. I think that 528.50 is going to be somewhere like a two-legged pullback, the initiation of the two-legged pullback, and then you're going to go even further down. So we got one alert. Let's see if I was right about the 530. Let's see. I called out 530 as well. Let's see how much further. Let's make my other one. Let's see. Can we go all the way down to 528? Let's see. Is all my alerts about to hit today? I'm calling it for you guys, man. This is another call. So let's see. Nope. I need below, not above 528. Why didn't it update? Why is my number not showing up? Oh, there we go. 528. Come on. There we go. All right, 528. So let's see. Am I right? Let's see. Am I correct today? Let's see. So I already called out 532. Nah, still think that we can see 530. And it's close to 528, somewhere in that bracket. But I mean, I agree with you too as well, engineer. 538.50, but 528.50 down to 528. So I still think. Let me see. Let me check the 5. Let me see how much further. Or let me see, where's a major area that bias, or cause we cracking that bad boy. We didn't crack past that channel. We are definitely on this downtrend. Look around look like around 5. What is this? Let's see. I mean, this bad boy is just a dumping. I mean, goodness gracious, quick balls of fire. It's just dump. It's this bad boy just without a trace in sight. This bad boy is just like, God, dog. Let's see. 531. 530. Is it gonna hit my next alert? We bouncing a little bit. Let's see if I was correct on the 530 mark. Let's see if I was correct on 530. Damn, so we didn't had a damn near a $35 drop ever since we hit that 565 mark. We didn't drop $35 already. Jeez, we didn't drop $35. And that bad boy is a tanking. Look at that, still pulling. That's why I said I still think we're going to see 530 down to 528. I still think we're going to see that. I'm just going to tell it like it is. I'm just helping y'all guys. Like I said, today Friday, I want to make sure y'all not gambling. So stay bearish, stay on the stay on the bearish side. Stay going for puts. Right now, keep playing it. Because I still think that we going to see 530 touch. Watch me. Tell me I'm lying. Guys, if I'm lying, put it like this. If it hit my target, just show me number love in chat, because I called it. I called out 532. Next area I'm calling out is 530. So let's see. Just give me love. That's all I want. Give me some love. Give me some love. Well, yeah, so let's see what's about to happen. Let's see. So right now we're in the 530 section. So we need to crack underneath 530.50. That's gonna give us that indication that we're gonna be going down even lower. So 530.50 is what we're gonna need to crack for sure. 530.50, because that's that $half mark. A half-cent mark, so we're gonna have to go underneath it.
You saved me today, Jay.
Oh, you know I got your boss, man. Let's go.
I lost link on
now. So how you looking now, boss? I mean, looking good? Looking good? How we looking today? Some good recovery? Look, 5 30, 50. Watch.
47 cents. But as of now, I am up 23K and pushing higher on just the swing shorts.
Boom! That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about, T-Money. Get that money. And we still pulling.
7 cents.
You know I got you. I told you I got y'all back, man. I ain't gonna guide y'all in the wrong direction. Come on, man. Come on. And look, we still pulling. We still pulling. Let me see if we're gonna hit my target. Let me see if I was right. Let me see.
47 cents. Literally the level you called out. I got the second best entry there in contract pricing.
Man, shout out to you, boss. But you deserved it because you made the call. So shout out to you. You earned that. Y'all don't owe me nothing. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all killing it. Let's do this. Let's do this like Brutus. So, still donations. So, whenever y'all, let me see. Still got this. Let me put this out. Boom. So, time y'all want to show y'all boys some love. Anytime.
Jatrid said, give/donations link, stream elements TDS.
Oh, shut up.
Link,
Anytime y'all want to show some love. Anytime you want to show some love. Let me put up my links too if y'all want to follow me on social media too. So let's see where y'all can follow me as well. Got that. Anytime y'all want to show, boom. Follow me on social media. What the hell is that follow? What the hell I get at follow at? I didn't do that. Wait, where that at come from? I don't remember putting an at in front of it. Alright, cool. Y'all can follow me on all social media if it let me post everything. This thing back is stupid. Alright, cool. Alright. I don't know when the hell did YouTube start doing character limiting characters and stuff. I don't remember them doing that before. Started limiting characters. Now you can only like put so many things. Uh-oh. Tariq. Hey, if it Two alerts. Let's go. 2 alerts. I told you. Don't ever doubt me. I'm sorry, T. My bad. I forgot to turn it back on. I got the voices back on. I apologize.
7 cents. Holding the remaining position.
Oh, Jay said who? He said I'm up. He got 1,680 on puts.
Already, and I was 7 points away from strike LOL.
Man, let me give a shout out to the team, man. Y'all doing an amazing job. It ain't me, man. It's y'all. Y'all pulling the triggers. I'm giving the alerts. Man. Y'all are the ones that's alerting. Man, y'all are killing the game right now.
Tarek 147 cents. JVAMN.
I know what you meant. I know what you meant. Thank you, appreciate you, T. I thought he was, at first when I first seen it, I thought he was about to say J is the amen. I'm not Jesus. I'm just clowning. I'm kidding. I know what you meant though. Appreciate you, boss. Man, shout out to the squad. Boy, y'all killing the game right now, man. Y'all killing the game. 5:30. Jay, I'm gonna call you J Money. J Money, talking to Jay Sidhu. Didn't I not say 5:30? Did I not say 5:30? Even though we cracked it a little bit, but didn't I not say 5:30? I said it. I told y'all 5:30 we was gonna see. Yep, now I'm getting a little bounce. We're getting a little bounce back on up. So let's see where we go from here. I said 5:30. Now I didn't go all the way down to my next area just yet. I mean, we can still see a fade because you got to think about it. Now the fact is we got that long red candle. It could be setting up for an H pattern, a two-legged pullback, of course. Could be setting up for an H pattern when you go back on up, you get rejected, and you come back down for that second leg on down when you get something like this. When you kind of get this pattern, like, get that little bounce, boom, back on up, then boom, come back on down, something like that to that nature. So it's gonna hit a resistance level in some way. So we're gonna keep it on watch, see where we go. We're gonna see. So right now, 532 is gonna try to go back up. Where we at right now? 531. Where we at right now? 531.15. 531.15. Okay. Man, shout out to the squad who killed it on that put though. Shout out to the squad who killed it on that put. We called that, baby. We called it. Nailed it. Knocked it right out the park. Promise you that. But shout out to the team, man. I'm so proud of y'all. I'm proud of each and every single one of you guys. And me, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for having faith in me, because I know there's a lot of people that scam. I know there's a lot of people who don't know what the hell they talking about half the time. They make it seem like, oh man, you need to jump in this. And then when you do it, it does the opposite. Now you're losing money. They can't explain on, what happened, but at least I break down everything to a science, because I care about you guys that damn much. Sometimes I may repeat myself over and over and over, over the same things, but I do it because I care about you guys. If I didn't care, I would be all about me, making my own money, not caring about what the hell happens to y'all account. But as you see, what do I do? And what else do I say? Well, what's the main things I say before I log off? I said maximize your reward. I said minimize the risk, right? I'm always telling you, don't gamble. I'm always telling you, especially on Fridays, be careful on Fridays. If you have money, take profits when you have it, because that's a blessing that you got from God, that you didn't have to leave out of your house to go work a 9 to 5 for, to work some annoying job or work somebody else's dream, when you're working for your own dream in the comfort of your home. So I do things for you guys. And all I ask in return, follow, subscribe, like, share, comment. I say this every day, which is free 99. Y'all know this. And that's it. I don't ask for anything. Now, if you want to donate, I'm good with that. Thank you. And again, that goes towards the foundation. So, but other than that, I don't ask for anything. Y'all know that. I don't ask y'all for not a damn thing. Ooh, 2,000 up and walking away. Walk away. Oh, with a. All right, let me put the meme for the queen. Let me. Come on, queen. I gotta do it. Man, no problem, boss. Like I said, I got your back, man. You know this. I got your back. Thank you, man. Thank you so much, boss. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, and that's what I'm here. And it goes in T, and you're a witness to it. To show you that I'm a person that not only think about myself, but I think about other people. I care about people, man. I care about people because I want to see everybody succeed in life, man. I don't want the worst for anybody. I want the best for everybody. Of course. I want to see you all succeed. I swear if we hit my third mark, I'm going off. I'm shutting it off. Man, but you can't, but you can't say that wasn't the best call yesterday. All of y'all cannot say. I still got my line right here. Y'all cannot say that I did not alert that possible entry for a put. Y'all my witness. Y'all cannot say I did not call out that 554.24 yesterday when we ran up here and I said this is a possible put opportunity for a pullback, and y'all seen. That was an account change. The entry that I gave y'all was account changing for you guys. Even with small accounts. Y'all could have changed y'all account in one day, and I gave y'all the entry. And y'all cannot lie and say I didn't. No, I don't. No, but. I know you gave me gold and I chose shit. No, but no, we're not gonna do that, boss. You're not stupid. It makes you human. Because even as humans, we still make mistakes, and we still, we do the opposite of what we're not supposed to do. Because that's just human nature. That's in us, man. Whether it's curiosity, emotions, again, it's just a part of human nature. But the thing about it is, boss, is about learning from your mistakes. You learn from it, right? Because yesterday, your mistake was you went long. Today, you went short. So therefore, you learn from your mistakes. You got your money back. See, that's what it's about. You got it back. It wasn't a complete loss. So there you go. See? But it was a lesson learned. You learned from it. And now you're just starting to understand the momentum of the market. So right now, as I screamed out, it was bearish. I mean, nothing is screaming out bullishness right now. I mean, if the market has just been falling. So, I mean, just stay. You just got to go with the trend. You got to stay on that momentum. If the market is telling you what it's doing, go with it. Until otherwise, until the market says, okay, buyers are moving in, the market is becoming bearish, okay, we're going back on up. Then you change your mindset. But other than that, everything has just been bearish, 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 bearish. You just got to keep a bearish mindset. Don't go against the grain because that's how you're going to get hurt. That's why I was telling y'all, do not go long, stay going short. And that's why I called out 554.24 for y'all entry on the put, which I mean, again, account changing opportunity from 554 all the way down to what? 540 itself? Think about it, guys. That was a what? That was a what, $14 drop? Because from 554 to 544, that's $10. And then all the way down to 540, that's $4 added. That's $14. So that's a $14 drop. That's a $14 change in your account, your life, everything. And all I was doing, trying to put you guys on the right path. And look at that. Did I not tell you, we cracked that trend line, we're going to see a further pullback now. So, oh, no. I mean, that's one thing. I have to have confidence, man, because I have to be strong for you guys. Because even when you guys may, lose yourself, I'm here to pick you back up. I'm not here to judge nobody.
Your original idea from yesterday, just one DTE is now 4,800% and still pushing.
Yeah.
Tariff on 47 cents. That was one of the biggest quarters I ever seen.
Hey, but I'm proud of you, boss, that you got it back. You stuck to your trading plan. You rolled it on out. You recovered. So that's a blessing within itself before we end the weekend. Hey, so at least you ain't gotta go over the weekend, sitting somewhere and thinking about the negative stuff, causing that to ruin your weekend. Now you can go enjoy your weekend now. Have fun.
The whole time saying I see the damn H pattern and I went long there instead.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it's and again, I know because a lot of people, and I'm like that too.
47 cents. Had I just joined there with just 1K, I would be up 50K in just one little position.
Imagine had you would. I know this is far-fetched. Marty, you already know this is far-fetched what I'm about to say. Had you would have held that at 554.24 and swung that overnight like that down, pooh. Oh, no problem. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you guys, man. I mean, that's a part of my job. My job is to help other traders, man. Even when y'all don't see things that I may see, because y'all may overlook, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not saying, okay, even when engineer, I'm not calling you out, none of y'all, so don't take it the wrong way. It's like when y'all ask me certain questions, how low do you think it's gonna go? It's like, how can I explain this? It's like, guys, it's so easy to read this stuff. What I'm saying without even having to ask me. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I want you to think for yourselves as well too. Because what about if I'm out? Yeah, I mean, I've been out for a few days. You know this, and you have to get to the point for thinking for yourself because you don't want to lean on somebody else. Because what about if that person doesn't have that knowledge or did the study to give you the answers that you need? So that puts you in the position that you got to do it yourself. So that's why, if you notice, I have different time frames. When it comes to SPY, I got a 30-minute time frame, I got a 3-minute time frame, and you already know what else do I look at?
I always take trades 0 DTE 20% and 20% 1 DTE same strike, so I would have held after the drop and AMZ and disaster. I just don't know why I didn't listen to you. I am literally brain dead going long when even I saw that resistance and I was thinking magically it will run after bad news.
Nah, I mean, like I said, we all make mistakes, boss. I mean, it's just a live and learn. Oh, we say, haha. Love how you said Marty gotta say this wouldn't happen. Because I know you. Man, Marty, me and you like this, boss. Come on. That's why I know you. I know what you gonna think. I know what you gonna say before, like after I say something. I just know you. I know you, man. I know you all too well. Let me put out a little meme. What I mean. Hold up. There we go, Marty. There we go, buddy. I got you. I got you, Marty. But nah, guys. But But yeah, it's all about just reading the charts. I mean, that's all it is. Because like I said, all I did was just read the channel. Because like I said, all we did was after we spiked on up and we spiked out of that channel, all we did was fall back into this channel here. So that means that now this area becomes resistance. This area becomes resistance. If you don't hold this area and crack, you're going to fall down to what? Boom. See, all I did was just make a chart and I just read it. Man, thank you so much, TT Life. Like I said, man, I just want to help everybody, man. I mean, y'all don't owe me anything but other than just being there with me, you know, just riding it out with me, you know, and I try to give y'all the best calls as possible, but it's at the end of the day, guys, it's up to y'all to pull the trigger. And I know another thing that stops a lot of traders, and I know this, y'all ain't even got to tell me because I've been there, done that, is procrastination, overthinking. You have a game plan when you first start, you excited, you ready to go for it, but then before you can press the button to even buy or even a short, you overthinking. Nah, what about if it's not the right price? It's like, I'm like this too, so I'm going to tell y'all, stop, and I know that y'all, a lot of you doing this, and I'm going to tell you to stop it. Stop trying to get the perfect price. Stop trying to get it down to the cent. That's where you're going to mess yourself up. I'm just telling you, that's how you're going to mess yourself up. You're not going to be perfect. Stop trying to find it right on the perfect number that the market is going to go to and then either reverse or bounce off top of. You still may get a little pullback underneath that number. So what? As long as your risk is lower and your reward is higher, so what? You may get a little 5-cent pullback underneath the entry. You may get a little 10-cent pullback underneath the entry. But as long as you know it's holding and you did your homework to know that area it can possibly hold up because you looked at the past chart history to go back up. Or to even get rejected to come back down. But stop trying to be so perfect as far as the prices because you're not always going to be perfect. It's always going to either go a little bit above your entry on a put or it may go a little bit below your entry on a call. But again, it's not about being perfect. It's just all about increasing your reward and decreasing your risk. So if you get a little pullback under your entry, it goes 10 cents, hell, even 5 cents, but then go back up. That means you found it. That means you found a good area where the market is about to recover and go back the way you want it. But just because you get a little bit of a little pullback and you see a little bit of red, you panic. You jump out, and then the minute you jump out, the market go exactly the way you want it. Now your emotions have kicked in. Now instead of you already having a game plan and following through with that game plan, now you're chasing. Now you're getting into a higher level than when you want to get in at. I've been there, done that. Trust me. But stop trying to be so perfect or trying to pinpoint the very prices. Sometimes you're not going to get it. You know, sometimes you make it a little crack and then you go back up. Or when you spike, you might get a little bit of a little spike above and then you go right back underneath. I mean, think about it. Same thing happened with, for example, same thing that happened with 554.24. What happened? You had a little wick above it. Look, right here, for example. You would have got in at 554, you would have panicked over this little wick and then it came right back on down. See what I mean? Don't stop trying to be perfect. Like, stop trying to, I mean, just because you get a little bit of a spike or something above your entry, stop running. Stop running. Cut that crap out. I'm telling you, because that's how you're going to lose the bigger opportunity. Because, again, you didn't stick to it. And why did I know this area? Because of the past. The past told me. Every time we hit, we fall. We hit, we fall. We ran back on up. I called it out exactly. 554.24. So, after that, I mean, even if the ones who jumped in and you seen a little bit of spike, but then you bailed out, and the next thing you know, it went right the way you wanted. Now you pissed off. Now you chasing it. You see that? Like, stop that. Stop it. Stop trying to be perfect on the numbers. Stop being OCD into the market. Cut that out. And I'm doing it because I care about you guys. But cut that out. Stop trying to be perfect on every price. It's not. I mean, we human. I mean, it's not gonna always go the way you want it. Or it's not gonna hit the exact price how you want it. I mean, that's just like here. Look at this. Even down here, I called out 530, and yeah, we did dip around 529.59, but the overall movement, you got right back on top of 530 and ran up. See what I mean? Just because you get a little dip underneath, so what? It's about the overall result. The overall result is that you're back on top of 530. It don't matter this little wick that came underneath 530. It's the fact is you recovered 530, got back on top because that's where your body closed. That's showing support, and you're just going back the way you want it. For example, I mean, I'm not saying it's going back up, I mean like that, but you get what I'm saying. You get exactly what I'm saying. You're going to get these little wicks every now and then. You know, it's about where majority of the play takes place at. Again, that's just like up here. Yeah, you got a little wick at 554.24. You got a little wick above it, but majority of the activity was right here. Stuffed, 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 drop. Boom. That's it. So stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. Take your time. Understand the way the market moves. Because I told y'all, guys, the market only moves in 4 phases. Trend, breakout, reversal, channels. I mean, that's it. That's all the market does. 4 phases. We go through Ely all the time. I mean, if I got to go back over Ely while we're doing this, I'll go back over Ely. I don't mind doing that. So again, as this is taking place, Ely. What did we talk about before? What is Ely? Ely, for those who are new, Ely, E-L-E-E, environment, levels, entries, exit. What is your environment? Environment is, come on, market structure, the context of the market. Okay? What are the environments? The environments, come on now. Go to it. Where you at? Why is it not coming up? Wait, hold up. Why is it not going to my thing? Oh, is it back here? Oh, there we go. Yeah, your 4 states. You go through 4 states within the market. You go through a trending state, you go through a ranging state, you go through a breakout state, you go through a reversal state. That's it. Identify yourself and familiarize yourself, okay, throughout the week, Monday through Friday. What state are we in? All you got to do is ask yourself that. Are we in a trending state? Okay, what type of trending state? Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Okay. Are we in a ranging state? Are we in a breakout state? Are we in a reversal state? If we're in a reversal state, are we reversing from the bottoms to the tops, from the tops to the bottoms? If we're breaking out, are we breaking out on the upside? Are we breaking out on the downside? I mean, it's certain things you have to ask yourself. Okay, what levels are? Levels. Why do I keep doing this? Levels. The determined price point of support and resistance levels in the market, meaning that you have to identify yourself. Okay, as the market goes up, what is the main area of resistance? As the market goes down, what is the main area of support?
Again, I want to take a screenshot and make a soda on my wall so that I don't freaking gamble again in my life like yesterday and watch as 20k vaporizes all on some retarded hope of mine cost.
Team money. Oh, well, look. Where's my little chart at? This is another thing you know to keep in mind if you want this. Let me see. What is it? Where did I save it? Where is it at? Where's my little chart that I used to use back in the day?
Eric 147 says, "Yuri, give me everything."
I know, boss. Let me show you. I used to use this. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, here we go.
You need all the help considering how retarded I am.
Nah, you're not retarded. Don't say that. You're very intelligent because look how you got that money back. So obviously you proved that you're not. So you got the money back. So that shows your intelligence, that you're very, very intelligent. You're just human. We all make mistakes. We all, I do it. I made bonehead errors, but again, that's just us being human. That doesn't make you stupider than anybody else. We all are very smart because look how far we came in life. So nobody's dumb. We make dumb decisions, yeah, but we're not dumb in general. Oh, say this is what I used to use right here, boss. Where's it at? Boom. So as I stated, you got 252 trading days per year. So if you're making $200 a day, you're making $50K a year. $400 a day, you're making $100K a year. $1K a day, you're making $250K a year, and $4,000 a day, you're making $1 million a year. So a goal without a plan is a plan to fail without a goal. So all you gotta do is just do the math. So if you're making $200 a day, you're making $50K a year, and you're making $400 a day, you're making $100K a year. $1,000 a day, you're making $200. I mean, that's reasonable. You're making $250K a year, and $4K, you're making $1 million a year. So little simple things like that, just a note. It goes a long way. Oops, let me press that. Okay, here we go again. Me and AK. AK says 28.75. Oh, I know why he says 28.75. He thinking about the 28.75 rule. I know why he called that number out. I still say 228. I still say 228. Let's go. Okay, me and AK about to do it again. Let's see who's gonna win. Me and AK about to go at it again on this on alert. Who gonna win? Let's see who gonna win. Who gonna win this one? Oops, that's not the right price. 228.75 is what AK called. I'm gonna put engineer in it too, cause she called out 50. So who's gonna win out of us three? We're gonna have fun with this. Who's gonna win? So that's AK alert. God dang, I'm trying to stretch it out. All right, here we go. Just trying to stretch it out. All right. So that's mines. That's AKs. So, hey, shut up. Let me put engineer because engineer called out one too. So I want to have her included. So engineer had 2875. So out of us three, who is about to win this alert? Who's gonna win the alert challenge? So 228. She had 50. All right, 228.50. Did I change it? Did I correct out below? All right, cool. All right, so that's engineers. So who's gonna win this alert battle? Who is it gonna hit? Who's gonna win? So I got it. So here we go. Wait, what the hell? Oh, yeah, we do got 3. All right. I know I stressed the crap out of it because I can't see it. Cause, God dog it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stretch it back out when we get to that level. I'm gonna wait. Cause I don't want to overstretch and y'all can't see it. My fault. So let me who is gonna win this alert battle? Who's gonna win the alert battle? This is gonna be interesting. Who gonna win? Me, AK, or engineer? I got 528. AK got 528.75. And engineer has 528.50. Who gonna win the alert battle? Let's see who gonna win. This is gonna be interesting. Who gonna win this battle? Let's see. I say 228.
47 cents. I didn't do SHT. You told me to stay short yesterday after hours while I still argued some retarded long idea, so this is your effort, not mine. I recovered costs of you, sir.
I know, boss. But again, we're human. I mean, we're gonna make mistakes, but that's why I'm here. To help guide you and to show you on why I'm calling out a short. To kind of convince you to be like, oh, now you see on what I'm talking about. So that's why I was saying to stay away from longs because again, the way that the market in general was just bearish. Period. The market was just bearish. So it just wasn't no setup for a put. For a call yet. So that's why I was telling people to avoid a call, stay on puts at all costs. So I was just doing that to help everybody. That's all I was doing. Because again, I didn't want anybody blowing up their account. And, because, again, I've been there, done that. I made stupid choices when people told me not to, and I've done it. But, lesson learned. We human. The hell is on my jacket? All right, so we still pulling back.
47 cents. So I got a question. Did you foresee 530 in just one day like this at 500?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I just seen it. I can just read the charts. I can just read the patterns and just tell where it's possibly going. I'm not gonna say it's always gonna go there, but where it's possibly going.
You are a legend, man.
Yeah, I just seen it, and then we hit it. I told you 530.
I couldn't even imagine 540 breaking.
So like I said, right now, and the reason why I'm still so bearish is because look at the indicators. Because that 50 is gonna have to drop low enough to where these two indicators can cross right back up towards the upside. So that means that this could keep tanking this way until we get it, just like here, until we get it low enough. Where was it at when we had that decent crossover? Where's it at? Kind of like how it done this. It came down, that 50 came down, and then that 9 and that 20 crossed back over. You had that nice bullish run. So all it's doing is doing the same thing. It's just gonna come down to a certain level where that is going to give that 9 EMA and that 20 EMA room to curl, just like here, when you came underneath it, but then you curled right back above it and crossed and went up to the upside. So that's why I'm thinking that we still going to have some room to fall because it's still not to a certain level. That's why I'm thinking we still going to come down. I say it's 528. I don't care. I know AK said 528.75, and I know engineers said 528.50. I still think to 528. I still think 528 to 527.50. Somewhere in that bracket. I think it's gonna drop below 75. It's gonna drop below 50. It's gonna be like 528, 527, 527.50. Somewhere in that bracket. Cause all you gotta do is read this trend line. Cause if you pull it back all the way down here, what price point is that? It's gonna be around 527. So because it has to utilize something, cause you think about it, what did it utilize before? Trend line. So now you have nothing in between. You just straight falling like a gap fill. So if we go all the way down and you match the arrow with this green trend line, is matching up around 527. So let's see how accurate or how important that trend line is. Let's see in the past. Look, bounce, 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 right? No, no. I'm here to listen, boss. No, you're not rambling, and I appreciate that. And you again. Thank you for believing in me. That's why I keep pushing, and that's why I keep, I do what I have to do to help you guys out, cause I like that, So, like I said, look how reliable this trend line is. Cause you hit, you bounce back on up. You hit, you bounce back on up. You hit, you bounce back on up. So as we pulling back and rotating all the way down this way, possibility for a possible bounce, that'll be around 527.50. So that's why I'm thinking it's gonna blow past 528.75, 528.50, even my 528, and we can see a little bit lower around the 527. So because they'll be lining up right with that trend line. Just made some small gains to do 8 contracts. Super happy with the exits, man. Shout out to y'all. Again, y'all made that profit, man. I'm proud of y'all. Y'all killed it. Y'all definitely killed it. Oh, Lord, I hear him up here. Here he go. I hear his voice. I hear Dad. I'm like, oh, here we go. here we go. I feel he about to be coming over here. I know he is. I know it's coming. And we still got a little bit of room to go. Little bit of room. Which I still think is going to be around that 528 to 527 in the high 527s. We're going to see. We're going to see who's going to win this alert war. We're going to see. Who's going to win this alert war. About to find out. Man, thank you so much, Coco Mix. And again, that really means a lot to me, boss. And that's why I push so hard, not because I don't want to let you guys down, because y'all believe in me and go off of the alerts I throw out. And again, I never want to put y'all in the wrong direction, which is why I try to break down everything to a science. Sometimes I know it might seem long and boring, but I do this because I care about you guys. And I give out the reason why I see a certain price point. Like I try to break it down, give as much details as I can so you can understand it. So, because half the time when you got somebody, you're in somebody's chat, like Deck draws it out on why he's looking at a specific price point. AK does the same thing. Active does the same thing. But then you have some traders or some mentors that don't even give you a whole brick breakdown. All they say is, oh, I'm getting in here. Oh, I'm getting in there. And then it's like, as you following them, not knowing the reason why they're getting in, and by the time you get in, they're getting out. So it's like they done made profits while you losing. So, but at least I'll break everything down to a science on why I'm looking at this particular price point. Why this particular price point is a pivot point, why this particular price point is a support, why this particular price point is resistance, why this particular price point is a channel. Like I try to break down everything to a science. Like I try to figure out everything to help you guys out the best as possible. But I go into full detail.
Cheese even yields are just getting slaughtered. Very rare yields and small caps both dropping. Averaging week just a wild market.
Yeah, and that's why I said, just follow the trend. If it's bearish, go bearish. If it's bullish, go bullish. That's the only thing I can say. Like I said, especially I'll put it like this. If you woulda, I'm trying to figure out a pattern. Well, somewhat of an H pattern all the way down here that would have led to letting you know that today was going to drop. I'm trying to figure out some other ways. So, under the pivot point, you kind of could clearly see that. I called that. I told y'all that. Because if you look at the pivot point, when you was on top of that white line, the 538.87, you bounce. You remember what I told you guys? It's no longer support. It's now resistance. Because every time you hit, you fall. You hit, you fall. Look what happened. Look how big that drop was after you hit what? 538.87, and you just been dropping ever since. I told you. That pivot point is all behind one price that I seen, because it don't matter what stock you look at. You always got to take a specific price point overall. Whether you got to look at it on a 30-minute time frame, whether you got to look at it on 180 time frame, Always look at a certain area where the market reacts to it over and over and over and over again, because you have to understand, why does it keep returning to that price point?
Even good ERS because AP with the good ER wasn't on up to at least alleviate the market.
Yeah, I mean, that's all you got to do is,
Finally, bad news is bad news.
yeah, once, like I said, once you find a price point that makes sense, like for instance, how did I know 538.87 was going to be so important to the market? Why? Because it just shows me, look, every time we leave from it, return to it. We leave from it, we return to it. We leave from it, like, okay, even if I take all of this off, for example. So if let me make another one. Let me make another, goddamn, I don't know how many 30-minute I'm gonna make. But even if I take all of this off, let me go 38.87. Watch. Let me take everything off. Take everything off. All right, take all of this off. Everything gone. Right? All right. So all I do is just take one price, go across the board. All right. Go to 538. 538.87. I'm gonna put it in white because it's gonna plays both sides of the fence. And then boom, there you go. All I do, I expand it out. Boom, boom, boom. I expand it out left and right. Saying, look see what the market is telling me. Because I have to ask myself, why do we keep returning to 538.87? It's like you leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it, like a magnet. So it's like that number has to be important in some type of way. So, and as I see how it returns back to it, I notice that once I put a line across the board, I notice that it always stays on top of that line, meaning that the bulls have control of that price point. Because every time you pull back to it, they're not allowing the bears to take it out. So you bounce. You bounce, you bounce, you bounce. So now that we crossed over, now it's no longer the bulls territory, it's now the bears territory because you're underneath 538.87. So all I did was think of a rotation. I said and the reason why I knew that, and the reason why I called out and knew that the crack was coming was because we already made a major move off of the 538.87 that benefited the bulls, right? We already made a run. We already made a run from that. We made a huge run. Now we're getting a huge pull back since this has already happened. Now it's going to benefit the bears because now what it's doing is reversing. So just like bulls made money on the way up, bears made money on the way down. And where was it? The same exact price point. As you stayed on top of it, bulls ran on up. As soon as you got overextended and pulled on down, the bears, same price. And the bears benefited the same exact price. Same price. You made money going up, and you made money going down. Same price, boom, boom, boom. There you go. So, and all I did was ask myself, and why is this price point or this particular price point so important? So by thinking about that, I'm like, okay, I have to look at this pivot point like a magnet.
I mean, bears don't always get a turn this far.
Yeah, but the market was overextended to begin with, because I think the market was the market was overextended to begin with anyway, because we was already like in as far as the RSI, we was already like around 80. Yeah, and then like I said, even if once you look at the RSI, we was already overextended, so we're gonna be due for a pullback, and that's on a 5-year chart. So let's look at it from a 6-year. How overextended were we on a 6-month chart? I'm sorry. We started to come back on down. So now we're going into almost an oversold territory, oversold area on SPY. Man, I appreciate you, boss. I really appreciate you. So now we just have to figure out how far can we pull back until we see an actual bounce. So let's go back to the 5-year chart. Let's go back. See, we cracked that 13 EMA even on the 5-year chart. So that means that now that this is no longer reliable, especially if we don't get back on top of it, that means we're going to continuously pull back. So could we see more downside coming? Yeah. If we crack that 13 EMA that kept us holding up and we cracked that, look how much room you have to fall back this way. So where to be the next key area? That looks like it's around 5. What is this? All right, boss, I got you. What is this? 524.38. When we had this little pullback, 524.38. Let me see something real quick. 524.38. I got you, engineer. I'm about to check it out, Queen. 524.38. Make that one smaller. Boom, boom, boom. right here. Look like we have room to come down between here to here, right? In this little area where we had that big stuff, because that's resistance could turn into possible support. As we continuously keep pulling this way, that'd be somewhere the next area look like. Possibly where they can possibly, well, because you did bounce on top of that area. Bounce. Because I see those two lower shadows here. So there could be a bouncing potential coming up here, but damn, that means we're gonna have to drop into the 20s. I'm saying, if we cracked at 530, like, I mean, in order for us to see something decent like this, we're gonna have to go back into the low 20s. And that's underneath 25. So yeah, we could be pulling all the way back down to this old resistance area from when was this? That was in April. We had that April pullback. So we may be pulling back down to April's pullback here, and maybe trying to utilize that to bounce. So we may be pulling back down there. So meaning you still got room to fall. That's what the hell that means. So you still got room to come down, even below 530. Like lower than 530, because we're already under what 520s right now, right? Oh, we went back up 530, right? 530. So yeah, I think we're gonna see way lower than where we at right now. So I bought calls. I told you I don't go for calls. I said puts. Come on, guys, look at the chart. Look at the charts. You see red. Where do you see calls at yet? You don't see no calling opportunity. See, I know what y'all doing. No, see, I know what you, and Tariq, I know what you doing. I know what Engineer doing. Y'all trying to get in ahead of time to set up early. I know what y'all doing. That's why y'all catching those calls. Y'all trying to get in early, ahead of time, because y'all trying to be like the first person to the party. Stop doing that. I told y'all wait on confirmation. Because and the reason why I know y'all doing that, because I used to do that. Because I used to be like, oh man, we're going down so low, Let me jump in early. Because if I get in early, that means the market is going to reverse. I already cut the very bottoms, and then the next thing you know, it's still dropping. I know what y'all doing. I done it. I know what you're doing. Y'all trying to get y'all trying to be early to the party. Stop that. I know what you're doing. Quit.
Tarek 147 says, oh no, I ain't ever doing that stupid shit again. Ever. No more gambling and predicting stuff.
Yeah, that's why that's why I'm always bringing up confirmation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wait on but why, Tariq? Why do you think I'm always bringing up confirmation? I say always wait on confirmation. Don't ever jump in. Don't ever jump the gun. You know, don't ever try to catch a falling knife, because if that knife keeps falling, you just getting cut. Like stop. And then you have to understand, even when you look at these chart setups, not a 30-minute time frame, but maybe a 3-minute time frame, you can see the windows of opportunities. So even when you're pulling back, you look at the small windows of opportunity for calls. So you let me know. You know, like, look at this. You got a small window of opportunity for calls, then you come back on down. Small opportunity for calls, then you come back on down. Small opportunity for calls, then you come back on down. Small opportunity for calls, then you come back on down. Small opportunity for calls, then you come back on down. Small opportunity for calls, then you come back on down. You notice that it keeps going down. You notice that it goes up, it goes down, goes up, goes down, but you keep trending down. Y'all not noticing the pattern? He's like, I keep going in for calls, but each time you're trending. You get caught in the downtrend. Look at the 3-minute time frame. Look, you keep going for calls, but look, all you're doing is catching yourself in a downtrend. Look at this. You're trying to go for a call, you get rejected. Go for a call, 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 get rejected. All while the whole pattern's right there in your face saying it's going on a downtrend. It's telling you what it's doing. That is downtrend. It's like right there in your face. So like, while you chasing calls, you should have just going on just following the downtrend. I mean, it's literally right there in your face on the 3-minute time frame. Yeah, we just downtrending right now, boss. I mean, that's it. I mean, we just downtrending. All right, let me see. Let me see how we setting up yet. Have we got to our targets yet so I can see? Nope, we still ain't hit them targets yet, huh? Nope, not yet. Oh, I gotta change this out. I gotta put it back to what I had, 2. There we go. Yep, so we haven't got there yet, though. Not yet. Okay. Still slowly trending down. I mean, look at your indicators. Your indicators it's just showing that. Your indicators are bending downward. 9 MA is bending down. 20 MA is bending down. Your VWAP is bending down. Your 50 is bending down. Everything is just down. Everything's pointing down, down, down. Because you got to ask yourself, why go for a call if you're underneath all the indicators that normally help you towards the upside when you're on top of it? So the best thing to do, and another best thing to do, to make sure you're on the right side of momentum, engineer, enter read, flip your chart upside down. So all you do, okay, let me flip it upside down to see if I have more of an opportunity with a put than a call. So let me go to a negative. Let me flip my chart upside down from this standpoint, from a put standpoint. Boom, there you go. You have way more opportunities on the put side than the call side. It's letting you know right there. Look how your indicators on the upright side, going the right way that it needs to go to on the put, because that means you're falling. Look at this. All you gotta do is flip your charts upside down and realize that all you needed to do was get in the put the whole time. That's it. Because as your puts are going up, that means you're falling. That means you're losing 550, 545, 535, 530. It's still, why is you falling? You're going up on puts. Look at this. Your puts are still going up. All you do is flip your chart upside down just to see that. That's all you had to do. Flip it upside down and realize that you had better of opportunity with a put than the call. You can clearly see this. How much room did we still have to fall is the question. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because you still got room to still go that way, to still fall. So puts are still winning. Look at this. Charts is upside down. Puts are still winning. So I'm just letting you know, puts are still going up right now. Puts. Put it in the bank. So yeah, and then once you flip your chart the regular way, then you're going to notice that calls is a bad idea. So look at your puts. Look how healthy your chart looks on your puts. And then go back the regular way. You're going to see how unhealthy your calls is. Look at that. You can clearly see that. Your puts charts is way healthier than your call charts. Way healthier. And it's telling you right there in your face on when you needed to stay. Call puts. Now, don't go against the grain. Do not go against the grain. If you can't, put it like this, if you can't even break out as you're going on an uptrend around a certain key level and you're getting stuff, then that's telling you that's not good. That's telling you that you're hitting a wall. So that means 9 times out of 10 you're going to pull back. So, and you can clearly see the pattern when you go green to red. You can clearly see an M pattern. You went from a W pattern straight to an M pattern. You can clearly see that. You can clearly see that setup as well. So if I go to this, look. Because normally you'll do the opposite of one another. You're on a W, you're going to an M. You're going to an M, you're going to a W 9 times out of 10. So here, for example, you can clearly see the pattern right here where you go from a W pattern. See? Yeah, I mainly draw it on, I mainly draw it on my 30-minute, and I normally draw it on my 180, because that's when I'm just trying to look at the overall market. Like, okay, mainly like for my 30-minute, I'm looking throughout the week. I'm looking like 1 week, 2 weeks. When I'm using the 180, I'm normally looking at it through months. You know, like January, February, March, April, May, and all of that. Because I want to see if all of these months can make a pattern. Just like I look at it on my 30-minute time frame, but I use the weeks to see if the weeks makes a pattern. So if you notice, like I said, you went on the W pattern, boom, ran on up, then you hit an M pattern. Why? Because you hit resistance, then you came on down. Same thing here. You went on the W pattern because you had a double bottom, you went on up, you hit an M pattern because you hit a double top, and then went on down, plain and simple, done, boom. It's easy to read this stuff. It's not hard, it's easy. It's easy to read this. Look at these patterns. So, question is, what we can be expecting next? Matter of fact, speaking of that, what can we expect next week from the economic calendar is the $1 million question. What to expect next week, guys? So let's go into that real quick. Next week, next week, we have, I don't really see anything major. S&P, final U.S. service PMI, ISM service, trade deficient, consumer credit. I don't see anything really major. Not going into the month. Starting a new month over, not gonna really be probably anything major. And then nothing Friday. So, I don't see too much of nothing really as far as the economic calendar comes out. So I don't really see nothing, to be honest. Nothing major, guys. Nothing major. So I think again, we may see a pop back up next week. I think we're gonna dump off the rest of this for the rest of this week. I think we're gonna just dump off. That's just my honest prediction. I think we're gonna dump off lower, like long enough. Matter of fact, let me erase all of this real quick. Let me go back to the third one. We got less lines. Yeah. So what I think is, I think we're gonna continue to dump off because the more we dump off, the more we dragging that 50 on down. We're gonna drag it down to a certain key point to where your 9 and your 20 can cross right back above it. So it's dragging, it's pulling to a certain price point where that 9 and that 20 is gonna cross right back. Something like here. For example, where you pull that 50 back down the red line, and you got the 9 and the 20 to cross right back above it, and you got that move on the upside. So that's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. So that's why I'm thinking that we may get the rest of the sell-off today, going into next week. Where this line here is gonna yank back, and I can draw it out for example to show you what I'm talking about. So what I think, like I can't tell you the date, so don't make me lie to you. So all I can do is try to go off what I see right in front of me. So what I think, let me customize it. Let me go to red, for example. So I think that line is gonna pull back to a certain low area where it's gonna allow the 9 EMA and the 20 to cross. Let me go back here. Blue, where I got it. Yep, there we go. Where that 9 EMA is gonna cross back over, including your. I don't think I got orange in here. Do I got orange now? I just want to let me pick a different color than this. Or am I tripping? I just want I can pick like other colors. Anyway, I'm gonna just pick. I already got red. Let me pick. I use olive. Whatever. Anyway, so what I'm thinking that is gonna use these to cross back over. Boom, and that's when you're gonna get that bullish momentum, like back to the upside. So it's gonna yank it down low enough, that 50 low enough to where we have enough room to come down to where those two indicators can cross right back over to the upside, like here that you see, for example. When that 50 came on down, your 9 and your 20 had enough room to cross back up towards the upside because you found a support line, which so happened to be what? 538.87, where you did a double bottom and you start to cross right back up towards the upside. So I think it's going to yank down low enough to where we're going to find a bottom, a good bottom, where it's going to allow that 50 to yank down low enough to allow the 20 and the 9 to cross right back above it, and you'll see that bullish run again. So I think that's the setup. So I think as far as today, I think it's just gonna keep pulling back because it's gonna keep yanking this down low enough. So in other words, I'm thinking that we may see probably as low as, let's be real, we may see as low as 525, 524. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I think we're gonna get lower. I think we're gonna go even lower. So right now, how low did we go? 528.82. Oh, it didn't trigger none of the alarms yet? Oh, it got it right on top of AK's. So it didn't trigger his alarm yet. So it didn't trigger his yet. Oh, so we getting down to those areas. Uh-oh. So who gonna win this? I still say it's gonna fall below all of this. I still think it's gonna fall below even 528. I'm just gonna be honest. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see. But I still think it's gonna fall like way below 528. Like in the mid 520, something like that. That's what I think personally. I personally think it's gonna fall below the mid 20s, like 525, 524. Somewhere in that little bracket is gonna fall. Matter of fact, where was that old breakout area? Let me see. Where could it be actually falling to? Let me figure something out. Hold up. Where's that old channel before the breakout? Uh-oh. So it hit AKs. AKs it hit. Uh-oh. So AK hits. It cracked his. Uh-oh. It's still cracking. I told y'all. Let's see. It's gonna damn it. It's back on top of his. Damn, he might be right. Damn you, AK. Damn you, AK. God dang it. He said, "Can you please start a final battle? Who is gonna predict exactly what SPY will turn?" I say it's gonna be below. Look, Pasta Boy. All I'm doing, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, boss. Look, I'm gonna break it down to why I think it's gonna go below that level. I'm gonna explain my reasons why. I think that I believe that it's gonna go below that level is because if we go back, all we have to do is find an area that way back here. Let me try. I'm trying to go back as far as I can, as far as I possibly can. So we see we ran on up, we came back on down, but we cracked that. Oh, let me take all this off too. It's showing a lot of confusion. I do apologize. Because it may be lining up with that trend line. Let me see. Let me see, because you are about to possibly bounce off of that area. And we in this little channel, this little downward channel. Because you see, you hit that purple line, you bounce, purple line, you bounce, purple line, and you come right down to it, which be lining up right with mine. Who alert is there sitting there first? Is that mine or, god damn it, I can't see it. Who alert does it look like it's, oh no, it's around, yeah. It look like around 528, right where my target is at, 528. If we stay in this little channel, but other than that, if we eliminate this channel, let's just say for example, we eliminate this channel. Focus on. See, we already cracked this bad boy, so let's take that off. We don't need that. We don't need to worry about that channel right now. We already cracked that. So how much lower are we trying to go? So let's figure out in the past what are some areas that make sense. So as we still pulling back, it's trying to reach a specific level, but what level is it? So we know 520 is natural resistance. I mean, natural support and resistance. We know 525 is natural support and resistance because that's a $half mark. So we know from 525, which is the $half mark, and it's a natural support and resistance line, down to 520, which is a natural support and resistance line. I got you, boss. And we know, we can see right here where the bias came in and bounced, and that was around 520-ish. Around this 520-ish mark. It's somewhere, it's pulling purposely back to a certain key level. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's purposely pulling back somewhere that's gonna match with one of these. It's pulling back, and the next that's 525, because I see 525 here, 525 across the board, and you got to bounce at 520 right here where bias moved in. It's somewhere in this bracket that it look like it's slowly trying to pull down too. But what area makes sense? 525, that's the $half mark. That would make sense because you're back in the 520s. So I can see 525 starting off with, because again, that's the $half mark. That's a natural resistance and support area. So 525 to start off with. And then we have this bounce where bulls came in around 520 itself. So it's purposely yanking back somewhere this way. I mean, I see what this old resistance mark is. You know, you hit, you fail. It's like it's coming back. I'm trying to figure this out, guys. I'm trying to read between the lines right here. So, I mean, the only thing that keeps popping up is 525 for right now. On where it could be trying to pull back to and be around 525 to start off with. Because that'll be your $half mark into the 520s. So, because if you look at it about fives and go backwards, you got 530, 525, 520. So, could we be in somewhat of like a... I'm trying to figure out how to get this. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Well, it had to be some old channel. Some old channel that's around this area. What the hell, Marty? What channel were we on? Night Trader or Pasta Boy? You remember it was a channel that we were in before we went on a breakout that we kept talking about for like the longest. It was like somewhere around here. You remember we said we stayed in there for like a minute? No, I think it was lower than that. It had to be. I think it was like in the low. Oh, I know what it was. It was the 503, 505. Because I remember that we stayed in that little channel for a little minute, then we broke out. Nah, we ain't going down that low. It's somewhere in this bracket. I'm telling you, it's somewhere where you had activities that play both sides of the fence. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because 525, I can see right here. When you got rejected and you came on down, it'd be 525. I'm just trying to read the room, guys, because like I said, I'm trying to figure out on how far or where they're trying to go. Like, what's the destination? because there's a certain price point, especially if you stay underneath 530, because you lost 530. Now you have to focus in the 520s. So if now that you're in the 520 brackets, and we go by fives, the next like major area, possible support area, would be 525 because that's a natural support. Because I mean, you can see right here across the board, that'd be like natural support in general. So with that being said, because I know it's an area like around, that makes freaking sense. I'm trying to put the piece of the puzzle. Okay, so if I utilize this old support line here, right? That's around 520. That'd be support. I'm gonna put a white line for right now to separate it. Okay, because we see right here, we see the bounce. Okay, and we see this resistance mark here. Well, it looked like it was in a channel before a breakout. It's around 533, which you are cracking. I'm gonna figure this out. I promise you I'm gonna figure this out. Go across this board before the breakout. That's around 533-ish. So that puts you in this specific channel where you rotated from the tops, rotated down to the bottoms, and you're right back in that channel. So that means that you have a pivot point somewhere around this level. It looks like around 525. So we go back this way. That'll be a pivot. Because I'm going to have to put that yellow. That'll be a pivot point around 525-ish. Let me see. Around 525. Alright. Around 520 would be your bottoms-ish. Because I see where you got the bounce at. Alright. So let me stretch this out to the right. Stretch this out to the right. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Stretch this out to the right. Alright, cool. So now we back in this channel. So it's like, okay, I see where the bounce is at. And we look at it just not from the diagonal channel, but from this channel standpoint. We pulling back down because it looked like the major bounce was right here up there around that 519-ish, 520 mark where you ran on up. So as we pulling back down, see, it got to be around 525 because we go back this way. This was the area where we got rejected. We fell. Came back on up to retest that area where you broke out, you bounced on top of it, then you came back down to 520, and then ran back this way. I'm gonna figure this out on how far I think this bad boy is gonna pull. I mean, the only area I see that makes sense is 525 to start off with. It's like right here, or close to this area, somewhere close by. What is this? Because I'm trying to, I see, like I said, I see the support, this little bounce. I'm trying to see right here, why was this area so important? So all this damn chopping is, man, it's just killing me. Like this chopping is just irking my nerves. Because even if I put a downward channel, I mean, because we already cracked this whole entire channel, but I don't want to let it. Matter of fact, I know what I'm going to do. Bump that. I know what I'm going to do. Let me make another one of a 180. Let me use 180 again. Use it on 3 so I can get rid of the channel that we're not even in no more. So I'm going to focus on this channel setup. That's what I'm going to do because I'm going to get rid of this for right now. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this. And I want to get rid of this. All right. So now we can focus on a particular area on where SPY could be trying to go. So all I see is a major support here because then that's when we went on that run, right? We went on that run this way. And we are pulling back towards a certain key area. And it looked like around 525, this old resistance area back here before that breakout. Or somewhere close. Wait, wasn't it a channel we were in long? Like, wait. Because I see this little channel set up, but it was something I remember. Because it's been so long since we already hit these highs, but I remember in the 520s, it was like 527 to 525. It was something of that nature. Because I'm starting to remember now the old damn channel before the breakout. It was like 525, 527, something like that. It was like, I'm trying to remember it. like I said, it's been so long because we haven't been down to this price point in a while. It was like around 5, if I can remember the price point exactly. Let me go down a little bit. No, that one. Wait. It was like 527 and around like some low areas. God, I'm trying to remember this. This is 525, but we had a little channel. Man, it's somewhere in this little area. I know it is. Cause I remember, but right before we went on this breakout, we was like in this little range for a little minute before the breakout. I know you're around here somewhere. I know you are. You playing off of that dang. I'm gonna find you. You somewhere around this little. It's somewhere in this little area. Cause you can see right here, you rotated. You was in somewhat of a range, and then that's when you went on that breakout. So we cracked that 533, so we lost that. Now you back underneath that area, return to support. Now we have to figure out as we come down. So we know 525, which is natural resistance or support, and then we know from that 525, next is 520, because you can see right here where the bulls moved in. Where they moved in. See, and you gotta think about it even on the 180 chart too, guys. We underneath the indicator. See, that's the reason why we went on that bullish run at the beginning. Because if you notice, even on the 180 chart, if you notice the indicator where the 50 came down, where we had room for those indicators to cross on top, that's what gave us that bullish run. See that? That's what gave us that bullish momentum. Because all your indicators was facing upright. But now you have to understand that, look where your indicators are at now. Your indicators are no longer in the direction that it needs to be. Your indicators have crossed over, right? Because now your 50 is at the top, even on the 180 chart. Your 20 is in the middle, and your 9 is at the bottom. So now it's like we have to look at it from a downtrend standpoint because we're no longer on this uptrend indicator movement. Now we're on this downtrend indicator movement because everything has crossed over. So we don't have no support. See, when we had support, which was the 50, that's when we went on that bullish run. See, because we came down, we bounced, and we stayed on top of that 50, and we rolled it on up. But look what happened now. We don't have that anymore. Now the indicator's flipped. So that means that 50 is sitting up here. So it's nowhere near down here. So it's still in the air. Your 9 EMA and your 50, 9 EMA and 20 is crossing over towards the downside, which is showing more weakness. So now we have to ask ourselves, are we now in a downtrend position instead of an uptrend position starting with this crap? So could we actually be reversing instead of going up like we're doing? Could we actually be going this way? So could we be downtrending instead of uptrending? And for how long is the $1 million question? Because the way this indicator is sitting up and looking, that look like we in for a nice little ride on down. I mean, the way it's looking, I'm just being honest. The way this is looking, look like we could be in for a nice downtrend ride on down. Just being honest. With room to still fall. Because look at this. I mean, with room to still fall. Duplicate. Yeah, all right. So we already hit these tops. So the thing is, we have to figure out these freaking bottoms. They are around here somewhere. So we know that area. Because we can see right here, we had like a little bounce on up. So I'm trying to put a channel together to see how much further can we actually fall. How much further can we really fall? Extend this to the right. Extend that to the right, because now we have to look at it from a downtrend standpoint instead of an uptrend like we did before. Now we have to look at it from a downtrend. All right, so that means that was major resistance because we tested that, and now you're getting a major pullback. So that's going to be red, of course, because that's going to represent resistance. Okay, put that at 3. All right. So now we know what resistance is, right? Okay, so could this be the possible bounce area where we can see a strong support? So let's make that green. So let's do this and try to figure out the price points within this range and see how far we can drop and where we can go from there. Because it looked like you're rotating from the tops on down to these bottoms. So the only area that makes sense is where you bounced here with calls and you ran on up. So you can see right here where this looked like a strong resistance. So when we match that up, look like you have room to fall back down to this trend line. So that looked like that's back in the 520s. Right close to the same area. So, I mean, we starting to figure it out slowly, guys. We slowly starting to figure this out. So we're trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. So let's take all this other crap off we don't need because we need less distraction. All right. So, and this looks like this is what a major support is going to be. So you got room to still rotate down this way. So that means that you're going to be going to some low 520s. So with that being said, let's take another one because we got to find a midpoint. There's always going to be a middle area somewhere along the lines where you're not going to completely fall down. You're going to have a little area where you're going to bounce temporarily. So that looked like that was that area. So let's make that yellow since that's in the middle and make that, slimming up that line. All right, cool. All right, so let's minimize this one here because I don't want this to blind everything. So let me cancel the extension to the right. All right, keep that pushed back this way. Was that 53313? So I remember the number. All right, 53313. Okay, 53313. Make sure I got that fixed right. 53313. All right. 32, whatever. Was it 30? I don't remember. Anyway. So right now, let me cancel the extension. All right, let me move that bad boy back. We know it's at 525. All right, and let me cancel that extension, which is around 520. So let's cancel the right extension because we don't want to blind it. All right, cool. So let's focus on this channel. Whew. All right, we started to figure a little bit out, guys. We started to figure a little bit out. Okay. I was sitting there trying to just dissect this. I was sitting there really trying to dissect this crap. So far, Jenna, from what I dissected, Night Trader, Pasta Boy, Jenna, I slowly started to dissect it now on the downtrend side instead of the uptrend side. So it seemed like we found out, if we're looking at it from a downtrend channel standpoint now, so it seems like every time we hit this uptrend, you get rejected. You hit this uptrend, you get rejected. So now we know what a strong resistance is, right? So now we know what this mid-level is because you got a little bounce right back on up where you rotated back here. But now you have room to rotate all the way back down to these lows. So, and the reason why I put this trend line here is because we can see exactly where the bounce occurred down here in the past where you had that nice movement on up. Where you rotated from the bottoms all the way up to the top. Now you're going from the top, rotating down all the way back down to the bottoms. So, I think we started to slowly figure it out, guys. I think we slowly started to figure this out. Because now we're in the downtrend channel instead of an uptrend channel like we used to be. So now it looks like that we do pull back all the way down to this trend line. That means that we're going to have to hit the 525s and so forth. So that means that we're going to be in the 520s. We're going to be in the 520s like where we are now. So all we're doing is look like we're rotating from these tops all the way down to these bottoms where we can possibly see a reversal back up this way. But we look like we're going to have to pull back down to these 20s first. So far, I mean, what you guys think? Night Trader, Pasta Boy, Jenna, Tyreek, after me dissecting this, Sandeep, and I'm sorry, Sandeep, I'm not meant to go to Amazon. I was dissecting Spy, and I do apologize. I'm so sorry. But Hustle and Flow, what do you guys think after me dissecting this? I mean, you see what I see now? Does it make a little bit more sense to you guys? I mean, what do you think? Now that I dissected it, I tried to figure this out as I went. So I tried to dissect this as much as possible. That's why I was sitting here just trying to let my brain get to working to figure this out. So again, now it look like, so now it look like we went from an uptrend now to a downtrend channel. We went from an uptrend channel to now a downtrend channel. So now we have to understand the rotations within this channel. So it looked like, again, we found where our tops was at because now we're in the downtrend channel. Because every time you hit that red trend line, you come back on down. You hit that red trend line, you come back on down. But even when you pull back on down, you got a little support here because you see right here, you bounce, and then you run right back into that red trend line. So now it's looking like you're doing a full rotation when you're going all the way from the tops all the way down to the bottoms. Because you can see what happened here. You rotated all the way from the bottoms all the way up to the tops. So you can clearly see the what's the word I want to use? You can clearly see the length basically between the two indicators, between the two within a channel, the red line and the green line. You just clearly see this. See that? Now all we're doing is going from the red line back down to the green line. Because you can see what happened when you went from the green line to the red line. You can see the length, right? You can see the length of the movement. So now all we're doing is doing the opposite. Going from now the red line to the green line. So all we're doing now is just rotating back down this way. So, We figured it out though. we figured it out. I was gonna figure out, you know, how I was gonna come up with a conclusion, a solution. So as we come down this way, all I'm trying to do is match everything back in the day. So that looks like, again, our old resistance was around 525. When we hit, we fall, we hit, we fall, and we had to come all the way down to rotate all the way back up to 525. We tried to hold, and then we caught a little crack to 520. Then we went on that massive run. But why did we go on that massive run? Because look at your indicators. Your indicators cut the crossover. Your 50 became back down to the bottom, where it started to turn to super support. So once you pull back down, you're now bounced on that indicator, and been on top of that ever since, where everything, all three of your indicators were in the upright position, and we went on that massive run. But now the indicators have reversed. Now the 50 is at the top, now the 20 is in the middle as usual, and now your 9 is at the bottom. So now we had to think about it backwards. So with that being said, let's reverse the chart. So let's go to 180 backwards, upside down. So let's see how we look on the put side. So we see how it's looking on the call side. Okay, so let's flip that bad boy upside down. So let's look at it the other way. How much room can SPY still drop that'll still benefit the puts? So let's flip it upside down this way. Boom, there you go. So let's look at it from a put standpoint. So let's do this. Whew. It's a lot of work. So all right, so let's go to 180. Yeah, so this is from the put standpoint, because you remember we flipped the chart upside down. So right now, yeah. Oh shit, yeah, we should have been seeing it. We should have been looking at this a long time ago to kind of get an idea where that was going. So we looked at it from a put standpoint. Look at the put standpoint channel. The put standpoint channel broke out. We broke out of the put. That's why we keep dropping. So we broke out, meaning that the market is still falling. So you overextend out of your channel. So you have to ask yourself, how much higher or how much lower can it go before we get a major bounce, which is going to affect the puts? So how much room still to fall as the puts still benefit from this? So let's do this. How much room can we go before we find a major bounce that's going to affect the puts, where we start to reverse back down? I mean, well, back up, then that's going to make the puts go back down. That looked like around 520. I see a 520-ish area, like right around here, where it looked like you bounced. So that look, where's this at? 519.50-ish. 519.50-ish, right around this little key level here. That'd be around the first area of a possible bounce for the bulls later on. So we know that puts still can pull all the way down to somewhere in these key areas. So let's see, guys. I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying to dissect this from a put standpoint, from a call standpoint. I'm trying to dissect the shit out of this. So let's see. I'm trying to do this for y'all guys, because again, and think about it, man. Y'all gotta show me love, man. I'm doing this and I ain't charging y'all nothing. I'm doing this for free. Where I can be like, man, look, if y'all want me to do a full breakdown, look, y'all gonna have to pay me. I'm doing this for free, guys. That's showing you how much love I have for y'all. That's showing you how much love I have for you guys, that I'm willing to do a whole dissecting to show you how much I care. Like, that's how much I care about you guys. I'm not charging y'all not a cent. I'm breaking this down by myself, my own free will, to figure things out for you guys, to help you guys benefit from this. So it's around 519 where we could. All right, let's see. Because right here, that's what look like a strong bounce, where, I mean, the puts can go up, can go this far. Look like around 519, 520-ish. Because puts still have room for it to fall. I mean, if it keeps that momentum going, you still got room for that bad boy to still drop. So I'm just trying to dissect this even on a put opportunity, on a put side. Because I see the first bounce here, where the bulls came in, and then you have another bounce that's all the way back down here. Way back down here. That'd be like somewhere around this area, because you bounced here, you bounced here, you bounced here, you bounced here. It's like this is gonna be the first area. Look like you're gonna encounter if it keeps dropping. That's gonna be the first major bounce area. It's gonna be around the 525.19-ish mark. what's gonna affect the puts if we keep falling. That's like the only area right now that makes sense. I'm trying to look at it from both. I'm trying to get it from a put side and from a call side. So let me go back to the calls. I can see it better from the call side than a put. Because right here I can see exactly where where it's trying to go. It's 225. 225 to 220. I mean 525 to 520. Because you still got room to fall like this way if we continuously keep cracking. Now, yeah, because like I said, we come back down this way. It puts you into like the flow 525, maybe 524-ish. We come back down all the way this way. Because I'm trying to do the best that I can, guys, to dissect this as much as possible. I'm trying my hardest. I'm trying everything that I can. So let me bring this line in here because I'm trying to just figure this out. So 220, oh wait. Hold on, so 225. Let me go back to 225 real quick. So 225 back this way. Because that'll match up with that old resistance back down, which you could. But if you crack that, it's coming down just a little bit. So this way. I mean, it's the only area I can see like that'll benefit the bulls by bouncing off that trend line. But that's gonna put you in the low 520s. So let me see. How are we looking right now though? Right now it's trying to hold. Let me see what we get. Like I said, the only way to figure this out, let's see how we end the day. Let's see how we end. Let's make sure that we don't get a random pop back on up, as long as we stay on a certain key areas. So I mean that's the only way I can see it. So I mean, I know I'm kind of jumping the gun by just kind of over dissecting this right now. So let's just see how today's going to end first and foremost to just kind of figure out, because it needs to stay on a certain key levels to, let me see. Let me go back. All right. Because we know for sure we fall away from that pivot point, which is 538.87. So we fall away from that. We got a long ways to go back that way. So we're going to just slowly, like I said, we're going to just slowly work this, one bit at a time, guys. We're going to just slowly work it one bit at a time. That's the only thing we can do. It's the only thing we can do. All we know is that we got a lot of, and then it's still yanking down. Look at this. That 50 is still yanking down. So now it's yanking you down as far as 540. So right now, 540. How much are they going to try to yank the crap out of it till we get that indicator crossover? Or where are they trying to yank it down to? They yank it down at this level, then the crossover, and that'll put you around 535. Because you notice that 50 is bending. It's going to gear up for indicator crossover. It might not be today. It may be sometime next week. It may be next week. If we don't get it today, it's going to be sometime next week. So meaning that we're going to still be in like low areas until we get that crossover back up towards the upside. Which means we could be in a channel. Possibly. All right, man. What time it is? 11:35. So yeah, guys. That got me for a good 30 more minutes. So we're gonna still try to dissect everything that we can. I will be doing the trades talk. He said we love you. I just realized what you said. He said we love your love. Man. Oh, I'm sorry, Tariq. Y'all. I keep forgetting to look at it. I apologize. What we looking like on IWM? IWM. Oh, man, y'all just had me dissecting the crap out of this stuff. I was in there just dissecting. I was like a scientist or in a laboratory just dissecting. IWM. All right, let's see where we at. Ooh. So IWM. So IWM look like we coming off of that pullback. We're coming out like we pulling back down. Definitely are pulling back down. Look like almost back down towards this indicator, which would look like around 205. 205. Like as long as we can hold this key level or hold this trend line, you can bounce off of that 205 and possibly move back on up. So keep your eyes around this 205 level. See, can we hold above that trend line for sure? Because it seems like every time you hit that trend line, you're going up. Hit that trend line, you're going up. So right now you're doing a green or red back down. So let's just see, can that trend line hold? It looked like it's lining up around that 205-ish mark. So let's see. IWM, let's go. So we already lost that key area. So we got to go a little bit lower, which they look like around 205. So we go back to that. Is that the pivot point? The main pivot point throughout all of this? Nah, it can't be. Because I have somewhere higher than that. So we go back around 205. 205-ish level. 205, 205, boom, boom, boom. Let's take a look at that. So, because it's like you keep rotating around it though. 205, 205, 205, 205, 205, but then you're coming back down to 205. It could be, that could be like a nice bounce. I mean, we did catch a breakout, but we never pull back down to that key level for a bounce. Because if you notice, we always hit and we fall. So we see major moves on the downside of it. But we haven't really seen a major move on top of it. That could be the first possible bounce, because all you did was break out and went straight. You know, after you broke out above 205, you went straight up. So this would be the actual first bounce down to 205, which could, I mean, that could benefit on the upside, because that would be the first major bounce from a breakout. So that could be the first major bounce back this way. Because again, even when we was on top, we didn't get no major bounce or no major breakout. It's just like we played around it. But this is the first time we had a major breakout above 205. And this would be the first time or the first bounce back down to 205. Which you already know, sometimes your first bounce is always your strongest bounce. So we could be pulling all the way back down so we can get a nice little bounce off of 205 back on up to like 210 and even higher. Because that'll be your first bounce. Raymond, what you want, boy? So let's see as we continue to keep pulling back down to this 205-ish level. Because that looked like that was the main area. Because it looked like you was in a ascending triangle pattern. And you broke out of that 205 and went on that major run. Now you're pulling back down to this key area. So definitely keep your eyes peeled around this 205 mark. Because that can be a major bounce. Which could be, I mean, you could have a major movement back up towards the upside. Because that'll be your first time testing after a breakout for a first bounce. So keep your eyes peeled around that. As long as you hold that trend line, I mean, again, you could utilize that. So, I mean, it could be a good bouncing opportunity. Just saying. Yeah. So, yeah, Tariq, that could be a good bouncing opportunity on IWM. And also, Sandy said Amazon. And I need to go back and check Amazon. I do apologize. I was so busy trying to dissect things before I roll out of here to make sure everybody's on the up and up. Amazon. How are we looking on? Excuse me, Amazon. No problem, boss. No problem. Amazon. How we looking on Amazon? Oh, geez. Great. That's appreciate you, boss. See, Amazon, we cracked out our channel, so we might have to set up a downtrend channel for Amazon as well. We might have to flip it. So wait. Was this set up on a 180 or a 5-year chart I had this on? Wait, what was this on? I see 5-year. Let me just hold on to this one. I want to see. Let me just type it in. Let me type in just 180 just to save it for right now. I'm going to hold that one, then I'm going to make another one. Add 181. This one. So I can take all of this off. Clear all of this off the board. Start fresh with Amazon. So let's start with these resistance here to here, so we know where the major resistance is on that bad boy. Because you can see you had that major drop. So let's fix that first. All right, on Amazon, fix that. I want to make sure I got that kind of as close to perfection as possible because I have to utilize this. And yes, see if we can duplicate that down this way. Because that's a whole downward trend channel. Duplicate that one again, because I'm trying to catch all these key areas where we could possibly fall. Boom, all right. That looked like one. So let's extend that to the right. All right, extend that to the right. Extend that to the right. Extend that to the right. As we are coming off of that downtrend, you can see right here, kind of can see that we kind of rotating from these tops, but possibly all the way back down to these bottoms. But it looked like you're gonna have some areas before then. So let's see. Let's duplicate it again. You're gonna have another area where it bounce. I'm trying to match this exactly. It looked like you had a little bounce here, so that'll be in between. So we know what a major area on this is for Amazon. Okay, so let's get that correctly. For Amazon 2, that'll be 3. All right. That'll be your major support. All right. And these will be your mid areas, which would be yellow. Just keep that at 2 and just change them to yellow. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. So right now, I mean, so far as for Amazon, I mean, it looked like we on a downtrend channel as well, guys. I mean, it looked like we on a downtrend channel from what I see up, what I put together. So it looked like we hit these tops, rejected, tops rejected. You did crack that trend line on down to this next trend line. Look like it's holding this one. So we haven't fully cracked it and went down to this one. So it looked like we're trying to hold on top of this channel to where you would be placed inside this potential bracket as of now. So that'll put you in between 160 and 170, almost like in this $2 range. I mean, $10 range. We're in between 160 bottoms and 170 tops. So that's what it looked like you're in right now as far as Amazon. But you did catch a nice pullback. I mean, you did drop from these tops. So the main focus is to see if you can stay on top of this trend line, which is lining up right with that 160. Yeah, no problem. So it looked like you bounced. So even with that being said, it looked like you bounced off of that 160 range, but you're still kind of getting rejected at 170. So it's like it's putting you in a channel between 170 and 160 in this $10 range. So that's what it looked like. I mean, even just basing off this 180 chart, it looked like you're in a range of 160 to 170, like in this range here. Let me put this to a 30-minute time frame. Let me save that. Put that to 30 minutes. So I have that saved on this bad boy. So it looked like it's setting you up. Clear this all off. So it looked like we are in a $10 range as of now from 170. Yeah, 170 and 160. Like you in this little range. A little bit above 170 because you had a little bounce. What was these lows at exactly? What was this? 160, 132. Let me see, 161, 32, put that green, that's like a bottom. 161, 32, kind of in this range, because then you look like you got rejected. Try to go to it as much as possible. Yeah, yeah. So it looked like you're in a range right now, Sandeep. It looked like you got this resistance areas of 170 and you have these lows around 160, 132 where you're kind of rotating back and forth. So you haven't got a breakout above 170 just yet, and you have not gotten that crack underneath that 160, 132 just yet. So we know where the bulls are guarding and we know where the bears are guarding. So right now we know where the tops is located and we know where the bottoms are located. So right now we're kind of like in this little channel setup right now. So that's what it looked like. Let me change this over. Take the Alright, cool. Man, shout out to you, boss. Yeah, I'm about to be heading out too. I'm about to soon be heading out. Y'all got about 15 minutes with me, guys, and I'm about to be heading out. About to be heading out and going to join the day, man. $2,000 on the day for me. Shout out to you, Coldplay. Shout out to you, boss. Well deserved. Alright. So let me go back to SPY before I end everything off. I'm gonna see how SPY's still looking. How we looking on SPY? SPY anything special? Trying to move back on up slowly. That's why I didn't want to dissect it just yet, because I'm like, let me just keep an eye to see what they're going to do. To see if they're going to try to run it back up or do something crazy. What? Yeah, so right now it's just been a pull. I mean, it's just been dropping, but it look like they're trying to rotate it back up towards the upside now. That's what it look like. Yep, because it look like they found some bottom somewhere. So let's see what these buyers are going to go do. Are they going to take advantage of this? Let's see. So it look like they're reversing the play back up. Trying to. I see it too. That's why I'm laughing. I see what you mean. But Coldplay, why, man? Out of all the things you could have said, Wow, man. Hey, babe, look what he said. Look what he said. Only Coldplay would say something like that. They got that dip on that left one. You know why he's saying that, right? That's why I said them booty cheeks. That's why I started laughing. Only Coldplay would say something like that. He said that left dimple look nasty though. He said I got a dimple on that left booty cheek. Ah, Coldplay, why? Why? This is why. Ah. And as soon as he said it, I seen it. That's why I started laughing. I'm like, God damn. Why? Out of all things, you could have just said booty butt cheeks. But yeah, guys, if y'all have any questions, comments, but shout out to Coldplay, shout out to everybody else who's been killing it, man. Proud of you guys, man. And Coldplay, man, I hope y'all have a blessed weekend, man. And I'm about to be shutting it down too, man. Again, guys, if y'all have any questions, comments, or concerns, do feel free to reach out to me before I roll on out. So far, we dissected everything as much as possible. Again, if we can't hold above that 530 mark, so we're going to keep it on watch to see if these buyers can hold 530. If we don't hold 530, you can't expect a pullback down underneath 530 back into the 520s. So you got to keep that in mind. If they can hold 530, we can see some more. We can go back up towards the upside. But you have to understand, we cracked that 530, we're going back down into the 520s over the things that we talked about. So you got to keep that in mind. But yeah, guys, I'm about to soon be heading out of here myself, man. I mean, because you already know the market, the volumes and everything is going to be a little tricky. So we're going to see how everything is going to set itself up going into next week. And they already know I'm going to do my trades talk Sunday. And we're going to break down everything on what we need to expect going into next week. So, guys, do be looking out for my trades talk Sunday. I will be going over everything, so don't miss it because the only ones I really be seeing in there. Shout out to Coco Mix. Shout out to Night Trader. To those who be coming through, trying to get the information in. So, again, guys, come in this Sunday so we can break down everything to a science. So I can help you guys prepare yourself for the next week. So, if you want that information, come to the party. So I'm going to say, come to the party. What time Sunday, boss? I'm going to say around... let me ask you guys this. Do y'all want... Well, I ain't going to say noontime because I know people getting out of church. Everybody eating around 12 o'clock. So I want to give y'all some break. So, okay, do y'all think that we should do it around 4 or 5-ish? After the afternoon, after everybody got out of church and ate, and the reason why I say between 4 and 5 because around 6 o'clock, everybody watching movies, 7 o'clock and all that. So if I can get in between, the lunch and the movie time, then I'm pretty sure, here on Tradecaster and YouTube and and so forth. Yeah, boss, but mainly Tradecaster too. But so would that time frame work for y'all? Around 4 and 5. In the afternoon-ish, because like I said, I know people get out of church on Sundays in the morning, and I know after 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, everybody Netflixing and chilling. Come on now. I know everybody doing. So if I get in between that, I think that'll work out. If I get in between 4 and 5, I know there'll be, a good time so everybody can still enjoy these Sundays. So, okay, so 4 and 5, y'all cool with that? 4 and 5? That'll work? 4 and 5? What? So 4 or 5 will work. So that'll work. So all right. So cool. Y'all like that? All right. That'll work. So I want to do some because I know I'm supposed to be doing that boot camp with me. Deck talked about it. So I'm trying to figure out, what to go over in specific in the boot camp. I'm just trying to figure out on, the lessons and everything to help you guys. So I'm gonna write down everything this weekend. But yeah, let's go ahead and head into the lobby so I get everybody they love because I know everybody want to go enjoy Friday. Y'all have every right to because I'm pretty sure everybody I'm pretty sure made a killing since yesterday. I mean, hell, you had a major account changing opportunity yesterday, and then you had another drop today, and you had a major account going up too, account changing experience. You had a account changing experience going up. You had a account changing going down, and then a continuation going down. So if y'all ain't make money throughout these days, and you waited all the way to Friday, Look. That's all I'm going to say. Look. Nah, I'm just joking. But yeah, I mean, I tried to help out to give y'all the bet, some more opportunities on the downside, as we close out this Friday. So you already know, guys, it's about to be lunch hours. The volumes are about to change. I'm gonna be chunking y'all up the deuce. I will be back in Sunday to break down everything on Trades Talk. You already know what's going down. You know how we do. I think one thing you could add is actually read the contract. Oh, okay. That'll work. Coco Mix, I got you. On how to read the contracts, I got you. I mean, I'll put it like this. The smartest thing to do, and to be honest, okay, I'm going to tell you, shout out to 3 Trades, 1800. Hey, you still bank active. Hey, shout out to Active for making bank. That's still better than nothing. I mean, you still made more than what somebody making 2 weeks at a normal job on a 9 to 5 after taxes. So, what you mean a lousy day? Tell them people that work them 9 to 5 that still ain't making what you making in one day. How dare you, sir? No, I'm just joking. shout out to you though, bro. Shout out. But no, Coco Mix, another way and a smart way to do it. Okay, if you are, say for instance, you're going for a put, right? And all you have to do is it's going up to, and you done establish the resistance, right? Kind of like the 554.24, right? So as we are bouncing back up to that key level, I'm gonna show you what to do. I'm gonna show you how to do it. A smart way to do it. As this is going up, going back up to that 524, right? That means that your put contracts should be getting cheaper. That means that it's going down because it's working against you, right? So that means as this is going up, that means that your contracts are getting lower and lower and lower and lower. That's when you attack, right? As the market is going up, that's when you look for the contracts because you already familiarize yourself with the resistance. So as it's going up, that means your put contract should be going down, 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 down. So as it's hitting a top, that means your contracts should be hitting support because it's going to do the total opposite of what it's going to do. Oh, last Tuesday, $8,000, man. Shout out to Active, man. Active is a beast in these streets. A beast in these streets. That's why they call him Active, because he stay active. Active traders stay active. So shout out to Active. Shout out to everybody else, man. Let me give y'all sound off, because y'all done been doing an amazing job this week. So shout out to Active, AK, for everybody else. Man, y'all killing the trading game. But shout out to y'all. But yeah, Coco Mix. That's another way how I do my contracts normally. It's like if I'm going in for a put, I'm gonna wait for it to spike back up. Like I'm not gonna go for a put as you're going down because that means that your contracts are getting expensive. You want it to get less expensive. You want it to get back cheap. So how do you get it back cheap? Is if it's going the opposite way, meaning it's going up, that means that your contracts are going down, right? Because you're betting against the market. So what you do is when it goes up like this, that's when you look for your contracts, because again, you're getting that pullback on your contracts that you need. So as this is going up, your put contracts are going down. So that means that once you hit a resistance level like this, that means you should be finding support on your contracts. So that means that once SPY falls, your put contracts is going up. That's how you look at it. So all you're doing is thinking the opposite. You're just thinking in reverse. That's all you're doing. You're thinking in reverse. That's the smartest thing to do. Even vice versa on a call contract. So that's all you do. But for puts, you find that major resistance level that can hold. All you do is wait for that movement to go back on up, because that means as it's going back up to that level, that means your contract should be pulling back down. It should be getting back cheap. But you have familiarized yourself with that resistance mark already. You're not guessing it. You already familiarized yourself with a potential resistance area that can go down. But always keep in mind, that's after, but you got to put everything into the factor. Overextension, how you looking on the RSI, are we getting overbought? Are we getting to an area of strong resistance that can lead to the market to come back down? Right, like here, for example, you got overextended, which we got overextended on the RSI, where you got extended, and then you got that pullback. But you had to put all the factors together. You got the overextension, you got the strong resistance level, everything added on up, and it put you in a position to where that 50 got so overbought that it needed to come back down. So that's another thing that contributed to that nice pullback, because if you notice, your 50 moved all the way on up, which got overextended, which got over expensive. Because what needs to happen to that 50? You need to yank that 50 back on down. So in order to yank the 50 back down, what needs to happen? You need to have that crossover, which is where you get that 9 EMA and you get that 20 EMA to cross underneath it because it's going to follow it. It's kind of like, I don't mean to say it like this. It's kind of like the little fat boy that runs behind everybody else in line. It's like y'all, everybody else is running fast. Is always that last one. That's like him. That's like the big boy that's kind of like that, because everybody else just started running and now he's following. So you have to think, it sounds weird, but you got to think about it like that. It's always that last person. It's like fat boy coming. He's like, I'm coming. Wait, I'm coming. So I ain't trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny, but if you think about it, because who were running first? The 9 EMA and the 20. And then that's when your 50 came. So it's like the little chubby kid that's trying to catch up with everybody. So that means after 9 EMA and that 20 cracked through it, big boy had to follow. And there you go. Big boy. So, and as they running this way, look who's last. Big boy himself. So as they run back on up, he gonna have to follow back on up. So it's just like that. It's like the big boy that's the last one to follow. But what I'm saying is, when you're going for a put contract, you got to put all your factors in play. You got to think about the overextensions. You got to think about the strong resistance. You got to think about the possible indicated crossovers. I mean, you got to play everything in order, and not just looking at a 30-minute time frame. You got to look at everything else that makes sense. So once you put everything together and everything lines up, then you can go for for a put opportunity like here. I mean, right here, for example, you went on this uptrend, but then what you hit? 554.24, going into after hours. 554.24 into after hours. Then you went from then you bounced back on up into intraday, and you hit what? 554.24, and then got that yank on down. So you had a green to red movement. You had an overextension pullback. So everything added up perfectly to give you exactly what you needed. So yeah. Do a put and stay. Exactly. Do a put and stay put. Because just like what Active is saying, if the market is telling you which way it's going, then you have to respect that. Because you have to understand, you're going against the market. And Active can agree with it, and an AK can agree with it. The market don't give a damn about your feelings. It don't give a damn whether you win or lose. It's just going to move whatever it wants to move. You just have to be on the right side of the momentum, and you have to understand it and respect it. So you can't be stubborn and say, oh, as we pulling back, I'm going in for a call because I think it's going to shoot right back on up. Not if you didn't you put everything together to realize that you're still going on a continuation drop. Because you got to understand that you've been losing prices ever since that 565 rejection. 565. 550, 540, now you're in the 530s, possibly still going down to 520s. But you have to understand that we are declining. And again, look at even your indicators. The indicators are getting exhausted to where you're pulling back down. You're not getting that confirmation from the bulls just yet. Now, when you get it, you're gonna get it. But right now, as Active was saying, you gotta play what the market is telling you. If the market is telling you it's going down, play the put. Play a put. Don't be stubborn and go against the market. Don't go against the grain. If the market is telling you what it's doing, that's not smart, because all you're doing is jumping in front of a moving train and getting hit. You're getting clobbered. If the market is telling you we're going down, then you got to respect it, because you have to understand everything is in the red. Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, Amazon. Where do you see green at? Everything, even the market right here is lit up in red. Red. The market is bearish. So it's like, why go against it if it's telling you what it's doing? So exactly. The trend is your friend. Exactly. What do you see even from here to here? From yesterday's movement to today's movement, what do you see? Downtrend. Even today, from this price point from here to here, what did you see? A downtrend. So everything was telling you, until you get confirmation from these buyers, from the bulls, to let you know that the market is going back on up, you can't just jump in blindly and not do your research, do your homework, to not knowing that, okay, yeah, it's running on up. But what about if you hitting the top? That's setting itself up for a reversal. Because you thinking that the market is going on up. How you know that the market is not going on the second leg down? See, you thinking that the market is, like, for example here, before I roll on out, for example, you think the market is rolling on up, but how you know that the market is not going on the second leg down, where you're getting that brief little bounce and then a major pullback right back on down? How did you do the research to understand that? How did you know that? So what told you that the market was shooting right back on up, unless you got good confirmation? So Right here. Let me go back to white. Let me go back to white. So yeah, how you know the market is just not gonna shoot up, get rejected, and then go on another major pullback this way? So you buying right at the top, thinking the market about to skyrocket, and you ain't put no other factors into it. You didn't see that we underneath the VWAP, we underneath all the major indicators, we underneath major price points, we underneath the open to say, oh man, we about to go up to the moon. How do you know that? What confirmation did you get? Other than just seeing green candles. What else did you put a part of that factor? You didn't put anything. Again, you could be getting a slight little bounce, a rejection, and then go back down to a lower key level where you will continue that downtrend. Like, did you put all that in factor? Did you see the downtrend in the factor? Did you see a possible a next leg on down in the factor? You didn't put none of that. All you see was a green candle, so you ran after it. You didn't put nothing else in the factor to realize that because you went chasing. So again, how you know that we're going all the way back on up? How you know that we're not going to hit this area? Because you got to understand, we testing the VWAP. Who's to say we're going to hold the VWAP and go up? We may get rejected at the VWAP and go back on down, which will create a second leg on down. So again, you have to play. You got to put all the factors into play. You got to. Yeah, exactly, boss. I mean, you just got to put all the factors into play, you know? Because right now, I mean, from Thursday, yesterday to today, it's been downtrending. I mean, even the candles are telling you this. Sellers, 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 sellers. Other than this uptrend, we had a bias. It's just been reversing back on down. Sellers, 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 been red candles versus green candles. So, and again, you got to think about it, guys. You're underneath the VWAP. You're underneath all your major indicators. You're underneath the open. You're underneath the pivot point, which is at 538.87. So, again, right now, it's still showing weakness. We're still downtrending. So just be careful. I'll put it like this. If you do get in on a call or you do catch a bounce, don't hold it long term. That's all I'm going to tell you. Do not hold it long term. If you're catching like 530, 529, man, just ride it on up, right up to the VWAP, get out. Because again, you don't know what it's going to do because again, this is a Friday. We don't know how the volume is going to be. We don't know the volume. Could the volume turn bullish? It could. Could the volume remain bearish? It could. You may be getting a little bounce back on up momentarily, but then who's to say you're not going to go back on down? Because you still have overhead resistance above your head that we have not broken, that those bears can pile in and take you out. Because you still got to think about all these price points that we have to regain. And look at all these red candles. You still got to regain all of this. Even as we try to go back on up. Look at this. You got to regain 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 the open. You got to regain VWAP. You got to regain 9 EMA. You got to regain the 20 EMA. You got to regain the 50. You got to regain the pivot point at 538.87. So it's a lot of things we're going to have to regain to prove, just to show it, you know? So just be careful, you know? That's all I'm saying. You catch a bottom, cool, ride it on up to certain price points because, again, we don't know on what's going to happen. So let's keep our eyes peeled. As we do push back on up, can we take this area away from the bears? Can we engulf this red candle? Can we engulf this red candle? Can we engulf this red candle? Meaning that we are breaking above this area. We're breaking above this area. We're breaking above this area, even all the way back up to the pivot point. So let's just keep that on watch. We have to take back a lot of areas. 534, 536, 538. You can clearly see this where they came in at, where the bears came in at. Here, even up here, which is around the pivot point. Here. It's a lot of, we still have to reclaim a lot of areas. So let's just keep it on watch. Go ahead and take profit, take a long. Yes, copy trade. If this don't hold, take profit soon. See, like right here, for example, before I leave out, look here, for example. See, we had this old support. Old support can turn impossible to resistance. So as we do push close to this 533.30 mark, let's see, can the bulls push? Can we get above this key level, or will we get rejected and pull right back on down? So just keep that on watch, because you always got everything still got to come to play due to the fact that we have not taken those price points away from the bears yet. The bears still own it. So let's keep watch. Let's keep this on watch. Can old support turn to new resistance where we will see some more downside? Keep it on watch. Let's see what happens as we approach this area. Let's see what happens as we approach this area. Can strong support turn to strong resistance? Apple still trying to bounce back on up. Still underneath that 224 mark though. Lower, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow, upper shadow. Still getting stuffed at 224. Still getting stuffed at 224. So even Apple hasn't still even reclaimed that level yet. It's trying to. So let's see. Can it get that push? And can it get that push from 224 to 225? Let's see. Can we get it? Yeah, I did call yesterday and took a profit. Yeah. Because like I said, if you catch it, again, once you start to establish where these bottoms at, you know, again, scalp. You ain't got to hold it long term. Because again, dealing with a Friday and the way that the volumes are so up and down on Fridays, I mean, I wouldn't hold it long term. I would wait till next week to see on how we're going to set up going into Monday through Friday of next week. Today on a Friday, I mean, Friday, I'll just be scalping, to be honest. I would not hold nothing long term. I'll just scalp. Scalp, scalp, scalp. I would literally scalp. Right. So right now, look like Apple is still trying to push up to 224. So let's see, can they get that push to 224 and hold 224? We don't want to see a push and then come right back down like it's been doing. When you go on up, come back down. Going up, come back down. Going up, come back down. So like you keep getting stuffed at 224. Can they break it and hold it? Turn it to possible support so we can get that push up to 225. So yeah, like I said, right now the way the market has been, I wouldn't be trying to hold long, like going long term. Scalp, get in, get out, you know, but don't hold it long term until we get confirmation. Until you see a certain pattern, a certain setup, we're holding up a certain key level that's letting us know that this is holding up as a strong floor. I mean, right now we do have around the 530 that's holding up because you got this first test. But just because you got one test, let's see, can we actually hold it? Can we see a double bottom? Can we see a triple bottom? Can we just see some type of good, solid confirmation saying that this level is going to hold even through a pullback? You know, can we see a pullback failure once these bears start to pull you back down to these levels and the bulls still hold this level? Kind of like what we got here. How we pulled back, bulls held. Pulled back, bulls held. That means we had a double bottom, bulls moved in, held that floor, and you went right back up to the upside. He said, if you're in long term, that's okay for a long. No, well, I was talking about for right now, boss, is what I mean. I'm talking about because of the way the market has been shifting. I'm just talking about because we don't know if we're going to get a further pullback down today. We don't know how the volume is going to hold. That's what I meant by long term. I mean, like, if you're getting in down here right now, that's what I meant by don't hold it long term, because we don't know if we're going to go all the way back up due to the fact that we have all these major resistors above our head. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, I know, boss. That's what I meant by long term, and I apologize by saying it incorrectly. I meant as far as today. Don't hold it long today, not knowing if we're going to get that push or will we get a continuation pull on down. So my thing is, what I was telling them is to scalp, not hold it long term like right now. I mean, like, get in, get out. You know, you get in at a certain price point, exit out, shut it off, set yourself up for next week is what I mean. That's what I meant. Again, I just said it wrong. I apologize. I meant today. Today. I apologize. Don't hold it long today. Scalp, get in, get out, set yourself up for next week. I said it right. I said it. Shout out to AK, man. AK my dude, man. I love AK to death. That's my guy, man. But you knew what I was getting at. You know what I meant. See, look, you're pulling back. See, there you go. That's my man. That's my guy. AK is my guy all the way. Active my guy all the way. I don't play when it comes to them two. Oh, God. Active, come on, man. Me and AK, like, we brothers. That's my brother from another mother. AK loves me, okay? I love AK. In a brotherly way. Don't get it twisted. Oh, man. Hey, you remember when that was a meme for like a long time? When that dude in them Superman drops and he be on them skates with that look? Dude, that was like the meme for the longest. That was like damn near a year. Like that lasted for a long time. That meme had me rolling. You see what I mean? Don't hold it long for a long time. See what I mean? Look at the pullback. That's why I tell y'all, be careful. You gotta be careful. That's why I say get in, get out. Because you don't know if we're gonna break these key areas, guys. You don't know. Man. Yeah, we had fun. Man, what's on AK? What's on the menu today, boss? I cooked my family yesterday. We did the other day we did we had Atlanta salmon. I seasoned it with some lemon pepper and some Tony Chachere's, and then we had sliced potatoes, seasoned sliced potatoes with corn on the cob, broccoli, and some rice. Dude, that's all I'm gonna say, dude. And I say we tore that up, man. Oh, they ate through it, boss. Boss, when I say they tore it up, man, especially that salmon. Oh, then I took some lime too. I did some lime and I squeezed it over that salmon too to add some more of that flavor to it. Whoo, man, you don't know. You don't know. Now, yesterday I just did something. Here you go with them corn dogs. Now, yesterday I did like the old school thing. I did the sausages with the red gravy and rice and corn. I did that, and they tore that up. Man, I sliced up some sausages. Put it with the red gravy. Got the corn ready and the rice. They ran through that too. But yeah, that salmon, man. When I said hit, whew, that salmon hit the spot, man. That like I said, that lemon pepper and everything just hit it. It hit it perfectly. Oh yeah, cause we all grew up like that. Cause you remember our parents did the sausages with the red gravy and rice and corn. Yeah, we grew up on that. You already know it. Can you know this? We grew up on that. We literally grew up on that. They go active with the pizza. Well, we did eat pizza, especially when Ninja Turtles, because Ninja Turtles was a popular thing back then. Everybody ate pizza. Everybody wanted to be like Ninja Turtles. Everybody wanted to get their little pepperoni pizza. Especially after watching the Ninja Turtle movie, you got hungry because you see number of people with pizza at the beginning of the credits. I'm like, made me hungry. But it was no, it was on both of them, right? It was on part 1 and part 2. When they always show pizza at the beginning of the beginning credits on Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I think it was 1 and 2. Man, but we had, them days, boy. Yep, at the beginning. And it's the way they made it. Like, the way they made those pizzas in the movie, it just looked so it's like that, the way it looked, it's like, you couldn't find it nowhere. Like a Pizza Hut, a Domino's, a Little Caesars. It looked nothing like the way they had it in that movie. And the way in that movie just looked so mouth-watering. It's like, man. Boy, those are the days though, active. You know how it was back in the day, man. It was fun. And you already know how it was back in the day when you went to your grandma's house. When she didn't want to get the cornflakes, no, she didn't want to get the frosted flakes, so she got the cornflakes. And you already know we had to go inside her cabinet to get that thing of sugar, dump no more sugar in them cornflakes because she didn't have frosted flakes. So the sugar's sitting at the bottom of the bowl. After we done finished everything, so we dip it into the milk with no more sugar sitting at the edge of the spoon. Oh man. Oh, matter of fact, let me see. I think I took a picture of what I cooked yesterday. Let me see if I can bring it up. Hold up. What I cooked for the family. Let me see if I can bring it up, boss. Let me see. Man, we tore it up, boss. We tore it up. Let's see. I'm gonna send it to myself real quick so I can post it. All right, come on. Where's my Gmail? Send it some. Let the boss man see some food. Man, but I ain't gonna lie, that salmon. Just the thought of it make me want to make some more today. Oh, I want to make some more. Cause especially with that. Oh, and then we got corn on the cob. Oh, I know what I'm about to eat. We still got that leftover corn on the cob. Oh, what? Salmon. Say salmon. Oh, here we go. Let me send it to myself so I can show y'all before I roll out. Let me see. Let me send it to myself real quick. All right, cool. Should be in my All right, cool. Let me see if I can bring it up. Real quick. Let me bring it up. Go to my Gmail. Bring it up. Shit, this should have came through. Is that it? Nope, that ain't the right one. Stuffed Cornish hen. Ooh, hold on, let me see. Let me check active out. Ooh, that look delicious. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, that do look good. Oh, that definitely look good. Oh man, why we teaching each other with food today? This was this food foreplay today? What the hell going on? What's going on today? It's food foreplay? everybody having a food off today. What is really going on in these streets? What's really going on? Yeah, we go. So yeah, so I had some salmon, rice, broccoli, corn on the cob, and some sliced potatoes and everything. Man, we was like, it was me, my girl, my daughter. We was all, man, we was just tearing it up. And man, when I said it was just scrumptious, dude, that's what I'm gonna say, scrumptious. You just don't know. But yeah, guys, man, I'm about to soon be rocking and rolling, man. Let's go ahead and head into the library so I can give everybody their shout out. Because, man, I want y'all to go enjoy y'all weekend. Y'all made enough. I do not want y'all gambling. Today is Friday. If you already made money. Oh, hold up. Let me see before he had. Let me see how the corn dogs look. Wait. Oh, that do look good, too. Active, you got to stop teasing everybody with all this food, man. Like, seriously, this ain't cool. this ain't cool, boss. This ain't cool. This ain't cool. Now he want me to buy. Now I want to buy some food. I mean, get some corn dogs. I mean, some chili dogs. Damn you, Active. Now I'm thinking about making some chili dogs. I want some chili dogs. Now I want chili dogs. No, let me see. He's going to either be chili dogs, because what else he brought out? Pizza. I mean, pizza wouldn't be a bad idea today either. Pizza. I already did salmon. Oh, shrimp too. Active, stop, man. Active, stop. Stop. Ooh. That's not even fair. That's not even fair. That's not even fair right now, man. Oh, man. Let me see. Man, look at this. He's either active or AK having his food off. Y'all not fair with this. Y'all not fair with this. Y'all not fair. Hold on, big boy. Hold on, buddy. Really though? I'll do this. There you go. Give me a kiss. I know what you're doing. So trying to butter me. You think you're slick. Ooh, I hate when you do that because you think you're slick with this one. He trying to butter me up because he don't want to get out my arms. Want to play? 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 Huh? Alright, Daddy coming. About to get off. Alright, go ahead, big boy. Love you. Alright. Jesus. He said eat a foot. Man. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead. Let me go ahead and wrap it up, man, so I can y'all can go ahead and enjoy your weekend. So let me make sure I got everything set up before we do roll out. So yeah, let's go ahead and head to the lobby, guys. Let's go. All right, guys, man. I definitely had an incredible week this week. I am so proud of y'all, OJ, Rim, for all of y'all, man. Congratulations on y'all profits. Y'all nailed it. I will be back in Sunday for trades talk around between 4 to 5 o'clock. We're going to break everything down. We're going to get ourselves prepared for next week. Again, proud of all of y'all. So let me go ahead and give you y'all shout-outs. Orlando YouTube boss. So let me go ahead and give a shout out to y'all while I'm on this end. Let me give a shout out to the YouTube and Twitch family. Let me give a shout out to Orlando, trying to say it all, say it all smooth like. Sandeep, shout out to you, boss, for coming through. Tariq, shout out to you. Congratulations on your profits. Hustle and Flow, shout out to YouTube boss. Who else we got in the building? Who else came through? J24, shout out to y'all on that end. Let me go ahead and give y'all sound off. Let me go ahead. Shout out to y'all. Boom! Last but not least, He said Orlando sound. Wait, Orlando. Which one? Which one you want, boss? But let me go ahead and give a shout out to my Tradecaster family. You already know what time it is. Let me give a shout out to OJ Rim. Let me give a shout out to Engineer, Active Trader. Who else we got in the building? AK-47, Sean, the man, the myth, the legend. Who else we got in the building? Give a shout out to who else is here? I think we had Gert. I think we had Thunder. Who else we had in the building? TT Life, shout out to you too, boss. Coco Mix, shout out to you. See you Sunday. Who else we got in the building? Let me scroll up a little bit. Make sure I get Coldplay. Shout out to you. It's always a pleasure, boss. Night Trader. Shout out to you. See you Sunday. Jenna. Shout out to you too, Queen. Pasta Boy. Shout out to you. Engineers. Always a pleasure having you. And again, you're doing a great and amazing job with the mod. Thank you for that. Marty, it's always been a pleasure to having you too as well, boss. As always, my right-hand man. AR Trades. I see you in the building too. Gert, shout out to you. You already know it's always a pleasure, boss. Who else we got in the building? Chart Queen, the first lady of Team Trades. Sidhu, shout out to you, boss. Who else we got? I think we got called out everybody, I think. We called out everybody in the building. Was Aussie chick here today too? I didn't know Aussie was here. Let me see. Was that data for today? Let me go back down. I want to make sure. Today's the second, right? Or did I overlook that one? Today. Scroll back. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Oh, Thunder. I already said Thunder. Loliando, shout out to you, boss, for coming through. Thank you so much. I think I got everybody, though, now. Jenna. Yeah, I think I got everybody. Went through the whole list. So, got you, boss. But yeah, man, I had an amazing week this week. Shout out to y'all, man. I try to give y'all the best alerts as possible to put money in y'all pockets to help change y'all account for the better. But we're going to run it up next week, and we're going to see how we're going to set up next week. Because after this pullback, we're going to see on how the market is going to recover. Either we're going to recover back to the upside, or we're going to see some continuation to the downside. But I will be back in Sunday between 4 and 5 o'clock for the trades talk, so we can go over the preparation for next week. Monday, I will be back in at my normal time, 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central, and we're going to go from there. Again, if you enjoy the content, do your boy a favor. Smash the like button, subscribe, comment, share, whatever you can to help build the algorithm so we can get the community expanded, and we're going to just keep it rocking and rolling. So, you already know what I'm about to say before I roll on out. Maximize your reward, minimize your risk, always put grateful over greed, and you will succeed every single time. Till then, I hope everybody have a blessed weekend, and I will see some of you Sunday, and I will see the rest of you Monday. Y'all be blessed, man. Peace.